Hello there. My name is Jordan Ferguson. I will be your DM right here, right now. That's all. We're doing quick and snappy today. Moving on.
Oh, I looked at Josh. Go, Josh!
Jordan was looking at Annaliese!
I was actually looking at Taine.
Why are you looking at Taine?
Normally!
Why are you looking at Taine?
Hello, I'm Annaliese. I'm playing the druid Figara and Twigstool.
I'm Taine, and I play Brothe, the half-orc warlock fighter.
I'm Chris. I play Kit B. Ash, the auto-gnome rogue trickster.
Ooh.
Hi, my name is Emma, and I play Nimophy, who is the forest gnome wild magic barbarian.
And I'm Josh. I play Garrus, the Circle of Wildfire Druid. And you can find more of us over at roll_4_roll on Instagram, and you can find our link tree in the bio.
Literally the hottest in the group.
Yes,
He's a
literally.
tiefling
Fire.
I'll
wildfire.
take it. I'll
Anyway,
take it.
with that, we're nice and snappy and wrapped up today, and we're moving on to the intro. And so, if you missed it, go back and watch it. But on the last episode, you guys continued to investigate the theatrical stuff. Figara emerged from the sewers.
Swamp monster!
And you made your way into this cavernous room. There was water there, you flooded it, trying to investigate this issue with the theatre ghost at the theatre. What a lovely name. The theatre ghost had then written a letter basically saying that you guys were to perform an improvised scene in the intermission of the play the following evening, which you guys did do. However, it turned out to be a distraction in order to kidnap Colleen, the actress, and upon chasing them, you then saw this large dog with this sort of human-like face, on the back of which, disguised as Colleen's mother, was a hag of some description. You then attempted to fight off the hag until the hag seemed to magically disappear, upon which you continued to make your way down in pursuit of the ghost and Colleen. You eventually made your way there, finding the hag again, who disappeared into their cauldron, which you had discovered was a portal of some kind to their lair, or at least the Feywild in general. And then you went in to face the theatre ghost themselves, who was attempting to force Colleen into a decision of either going away with them, or he would blow up the space and the theatre with whatever explosives he could salvage.
Such a temper tantrum.
Such a temper tantrum, which he was called out from, rightfully so.
Rightfully so.
As he tried to use the excuse of his terrible visage and how he's been shunned as an excuse for his terrible personality. And thus, you managed to disarm him emotionally, and
And physically.
using Brothe's shield, banished him back from whence he came. In doing so,
Great use of from whence.
True.
in saving Colleen, herself and Raphael said they were going to go find a new life down in the city at the southern tip of the peninsula, Khoikan. And you guys were given 50 gold pieces as recompense for saving the theatre,
And that became 8 each, correct?
Yes.
approximately with some leftovers because division.
Of course.
And you're also given free tickets to a show. With that, it has now been 3 days since. In which time, you guys potentially, if you wish to, have gone to one of the shows on the following nights, which we can work out whatever that show might have been, how it was, what it was like, was it good, was it bad? Cleante, the sort of librarian, administrator, person from the Hawkview Institute, had gone back to either Kit or Brothe, whoever
Yes.
was most available, probably Kit,
Probably.
informing you that basically your applications and all your paperwork for going on this expedition has been complete. So you've been able to acquire 6 axe beaks for your travels,
It's very official.
as well as a total of 1,000 gold pieces
Whoa.
for you to get for equipment, the majority of which is allocated for purpose of either hiring a lightkeeper for 50 gold pieces per day, or simply buying yourself a lantern along with stardust, which equates to about 700 gold pieces.
This economy.
In this economy,
Incredible.
How much
Um,
is the lightkeeper, sorry, per day?
50 gold per day,
And the lantern and stardust?
700 gold per
And
day.
how
Oh,
much-
just gold.
How much stardust do we get?
20 pounds, which it is 1 pound for about 12 hours worth of burning.
So 20 pounds,
Effectively making it 1 day
1 pound.
or 1 night out in the
For
wilderness at risk of creatures of the night.
But if we hire the lightkeeper, they already know how to use
They already know how to use it, they will bring their own, etc., etc. The lightkeepers have their own store of it for purpose of escorting people.
Okay.
Yes, so you have some things to think about there, and then you'll have an amount left over of gold for going out doing that. But this isn't a shopping episode unless you want it to be.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
We've done that.
And that was fun.
But yes, so that is the main events on my end for what has happened over the past couple days.
Great. Can Brothe be reading that history tome over there?
Yeah, of course.
3 days. How many?
That'd be 3 Arcana checks.
3 Arcana checks. Let's go! The first one. 5 plus 6. No, that is an 11.
That's an 11.
The
Well,
second one. Ooh, 16 in total.
16 and... Oh god, now I have to do math.
I'll just roll the third one out.
Yeah.
Oh, well, what is that? Oh, 9 plus 6, so
15.
15.
Cool. You feel you're about... You're getting a much better understanding of Prudence's writing, as well as understanding this. You believe you'll probably... you could probably get the ability to, learn some spells from this, or if not learn them, at least get some better intuition with spellcasting, I guess.
Okay, cool.
You feel you're about halfway.
Halfway. Yeah, of course. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Fig, you wanted to go to the library.
I would like to, yes.
Back to Hawkview. Well then, if anyone else wants to join, feel free.
I'm already
I already
there.
got my books.
You're already there. Yeah, Fig and Brothe, we're going to go to the Hawkview. I've got a few things I'd like to learn and investigate.
Nimothy would like to go as well.
Sure
I've got
thing.
classes.
Oh, true.
Sure. I'll go to my Inside Hawkview playlist. I don't remember what this sounds like, but we're going to roll with it. Of course it is.
Nimothy recalls when she was talking about how she was born and how she came to be, that everyone was a little bit confused, and the reaction wasn't quite what she expected. So she's actually, I don't know if she won't know where to look. She doesn't really know, but I think if there's like a history of births or like a thing to look at, like how gnomes are born, or where they live or where they come from, a little bit of a research into like why it felt so weird to be telling her story and how they reacted.
Nim,
I'm curious too.
I'm very
Yeah.
Nim, I was just gonna say, like, I was birthed from a stork, so like I was delivered by a stork. Like I just don't, and you weren't. That's interesting. Very
No,
different.
I
Papa said I wasn't old enough yet.
to know where you came from.
Well, not where I came from, but from where other people come from.
Fair enough.
Yeah. They say storks deliver babies.
Do they?
Yeah. So birds.
That's
We should look
not
into it.
any more weird than. That's not any
No, but
more
that's how
kind of
everyone is.
strange than a flower coming out of a flower. If
Yours
a
sounds
bird
nicer.
brings you.
It's a living thing bringing another living thing versus...
Where does it bring you from?
Brothe?
I think from the heavens.
Huh.
Or the hells!
Is that how you were born?
Whoa!
Oh.
Hey, wait! Whoa!
There we go.
That sounds really insensitive.
Yeah.
To be fair, I've never met a tiefling before. I don't know anything about them.
How
Fair
were
enough,
you
neither have
born?
I.
Pardon?
How were you born?
In the water.
Wait.
I don't know why I said it like that. In the
Oh,
water.
I mean, everyone's births are really vast and differing. Maybe I did come from a flower.
No, that probably checks out after hearing everyone else. Wait. So Gareth, what? If you had something different,
Well,
then maybe we're all fine. But how are you born?
Mum and Dad were both regular humans,
Yeah.
so
What'd they tell you?
I left them when I was quite young, so I
Oh,
don't
okay.
think that was a conversation that I ever had with them.
But like surely
Did
a
they
stork.
have a tail?
No, they didn't have tails,
What?
or horns, or purple skin,
I mean,
but
my mum doesn't have tusks.
Wow. How does that happen?
well, they say it's like linked to some not so great things in your family history.
Oh.
Like having too many cups of teas.
Sure. Is that a custom where you
I
come
have
from?
no
that
idea.
too many
I'm just
cups of
saying
teas
stuff,
in a day is
Gareth. I
offensive?
just wanted to be a part of the conversation.
You're yes, you are.
Thank you.
Please be part of it.
Thank you.
So you could have come from a stork, or a plant, or water, or
What about
or
fire?
built by your father.
I could have come from anywhere. I don't think I'm built like
Can
you're
I see if if we're
Built
at the
different.
library, are
Yeah.
there any other gnomes around?
Give me a perception check.
built. I love this complete lack of reproductive knowledge from the entire.
It's iconic.
16.
16.
Yeah.
Um,
I must admit, you're not doing a very good job at allowing me to explore the fact that I might be wrong.
yeah.
I'm like, okay, sounds right. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, there are,
There's another gnome
there's actually quite a variety of people here. Mostly, students and people dressed in like, a Hawkview attire. And then a few members of the public. But yeah, you see, a
gonna-
couple gnomes about.
Walk up to a gnome and say, "How were you born?"
You see this, female gnome, sort of like, spiky hair, sort of like coming to like a little like, point at the front.
Sick.
Dressed in, Hawkview attire, currently like, flicking through some books on the shelf. He sort of like jumps a little, I just say that I'm like, I'm sorry?
It's okay.
Sorry, I think I misheard you.
Garrus is just leaning against the bookshelf at the end.
How were you
watching
born?
this happen.
Did you come from a flower?
No.
Are you a gnome?
Yes, I am.
I am also gnome.
I can see that. Hello, I'm Quippy.
Nimothy.
That's a lovely name.
I think Garrus starts making crude hand gestures so that Quippy can see, but Nimothy cannot. Just like encouraging this other gnome to try and explain how birth works.
Right. Okay, so why do you think you came from a flower?
Because that's what I remember.
That's what you remember. That is very interesting. And they sort of like get like a stool over there, and like they have like a little sort of like notebook at their side. They can pull out a little quilt and sort of sit up on it and go, all right. So, where do you come from?
Out there.
Out there.
Very far.
Very far.
Yes.
Sort of like, so what, are you wearing like your traditional like rags, or are you still wearing like the red dress?
No, red dress
Okay.
is gone. Hilda
Alright.
took that home.
Cool. You're going, right. You will, do you remember your I guess not. No.
I don't have any.
You don't have any.
I came from a flower.
Came from a flower.
I was never a baby.
You were never a baby. Okay. Do you know what a baby is?
That.
That's the same energy when the doctor asks you a question when you're younger. You have to look at mum.
Yeah. Like
Right.
Yes. It cries a lot.
Cries a lot. That
Yes.
is true. They do. Might I ask? Look, I know it's very rude to ask a woman her age, but how?
113.
120.
You're older than me.
I know. You look very good for your age.
As do you.
All right. So,
They
have
like
you
each
been?
other.
This is where Nimothy would come in, but it's her, so she can't.
Have you been? So who told you came from a flower?
My brain.
Sort of looks over to the to Garrus behind, like. All right. So, let me tell you about the birds and the bees.
I'm not a bird nor a bee.
We know about the birds.
Yeah, they come from stalks.
From the
Stalks carry
heavens.
the babies from the heavens,
That's it.
and that's how Brothe was born.
That's how I was born.
But what do bees have to do with it?
That's what I was told.
That's actually very interesting because bees pollinate flowers.
What do birds
Huh.
do?
Birds do the messengers they carry.
Anyway, no, that is off topic.
Smash!
I'm sorry.
What?
What? Garrett, what?
Like punch?
Kinda.
Huh?
No, that's a bad thing. No.
Don't
punch
I'm sorry.
someone you love,
Look, this
Timothy.
isn't really my place to be telling someone this. Look, you are a very interesting person. I am very fascinated by everything you've got going on. But I'm also not sure what's happening, and my curiosity has gone to being uncomfortable. So I'm gonna go
Sorry.
that way.
Oh.
Sorry.
But am I wrong?
You're not right.
Personally, I like the flower.
Yeah, it's pretty.
So you didn't come from a flower?
I am a result of my mother and father.
This has added to my confusion.
And they walk off.
Okay.
Let's find some books.
Yes.
And
Probably help.
Yeah, hey Kit, do you know where any books about hags, cauldrons, and the Feywild maybe?
Cauldrons, G36,
Oh, gosh.
Hags, P4, and what was the last one?
The Feywild in general.
Feywild. Oh, that's A2.
You suck my
You're
battleship.
not using the dual decimal system, are you?
Wait, why are they all... Wait, hold on. So that... Why are they not in the same place?
Well, cauldrons are different from hags, and hags are like, I mean, they are of the Feywild.
Okay. Nah, that... that makes sense. And off he goes, he's gonna look for them.
Cool. Give me an investigation check to see how your
Anyone want to help?
expedition goes.
Investigation, you said?
Yeah.
Hey! 17 plus 2.
Ooh,
18,
19.
19.
Traditionally.
Traditionally.
So what are you specifically looking for?
I'm looking for, out of those three things,
Mm-hmm.
with the premise that I'm wanting to like track Fey individuals,
Yes.
I want to learn about, because Brothe doesn't know, he knows of the Feywild, but he doesn't know like the intricate details.
Yes.
So he's looking for portals about the Feywild potentially,
Mm-hmm.
hags and where they may or like where they live or where they like reside,
Mhm.
both in the Feywild and the material plane. And the cauldron is just more tied to cauldron was portal, but
Okay.
do you know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah.
cauldron?
With the 19, in terms of Fey portals, they're usually hidden, in that they don't look overtly like this portal to another plane.
Yeah, like
Um,
a portal run from.
Sneak.
Often they do come in the form of like a mushroom circle, or like a
Oh,
or like
Pond's nice.
a pond, or like some sort of like passageway between trees that it's like, why is it there? Or like a
Like a moon circle.
yeah.
Yeah.
There are lots of different ways that are often not so much purposefully disguised as a part of nature, though powerful beings such as hags and archfey can create portals.
Okay.
But because the Feywild is so close to the material plane, metaphysically, sometimes these sort of like holes and like entranceways between them manifest through these like natural environments.
And only through natural environments? Like, is it rare to
Well-
see a Feywild? I suppose that was.
It
fine.
is, first of all, it's not common, but it is like, be careful when exploring the wilderness to not,
Yeah, stumble.
if you see anything that's like strangely convenient in terms of like a pathway, or like just something like a random circle of flowers or mushrooms, it's
yeah.
like, probably don't step that way.
Hence why the reason why I asked that follow-up question with flowers, but more so portals being mostly in the wilderness, because obviously we saw the hag go through the cauldron.
Yes.
So that's like a portable
Well,
portal.
in relation to
Yeah.
things like archfey and hags and other powerful fey beings,
Mhm.
they do have the ability to sort of punch these holes through
Smash.
the Feywild, to smash holes, to basically create portals themselves,
Cool.
which is also along the lines of a powerful magic users in general being able to cross the planes.
Right.
And in terms of hags specifically, some hags, also fey beings in general, are often able to like do like small little teleport abilities
Okay.
and stuff. And some hags have the ability to become can become invisible. Also have the ability to disguise themselves.
Yeah. Okay.
And can sometimes like just disappear in an instant and not so much teleport, but manage to just move somewhere else.
And I think my last question.
What is this? 20 questions? Read the damn book.
This is literally my last question about hags. Look, above table, I know they're in covens, but what I'm asking more specifically, I think, as Brothe, is do hags... Are they the top of the hierarchy in terms of who they could work for? Besides their coven.
So the top of the hierarchy in terms of the Feywild are Archfey.
Yeah. Do they work for Archfey, or is it more they do their own thing?
It depends. Often hags will do their own thing.
Okay.
Often Fey beings in general are sort of very chaotic and they'll act on their own whims. Like there is a hierarchy there.
Yeah.
But it is very much at their own
Like they could be top dogs.
they could be. Like there are some Archfey that are indeed hags.
Okay.
But often, well, like, hags are known to do their own thing. And because you rolled a 19,
Thanks.
and because this is all information pertaining specifically to Tenumbra, hags, there have been, like, for, like, hundreds and hundreds of years, hags have been, like, rumoured in various points around Tenumbra of the like the old witch in the woods, or story about someone going and making a deal, etc., etc.
Cool. Thanks.
So it is like a thing here in Tenumbra.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks. Cool. And then he's going to join back with the rest of Nimothy and... I'll just go
Amazing.
with Nimothy and Garrus.
Figara, you had a reason to go looking around?
Yes, I'm gonna go back to the book that I ripped the page from.
Mm-hmm.
Try and garner some more information.
You brought the rip
Cool.
page
Give me an
back?
investigation check.
No, it's back in my dwelling.
Okay.
Investigation. So low. And that there's no plus to it.
It's a flat roll. And you do all have a use of inspiration. So if you roll terribly, you could use it to roll better.
Did I get anything about tracking Fey individuals?
Fey are hard to track.
Okay, they're just hard to track.
Because they can teleport, go invisible.
Yeah,
and like
just double checking.
Especially you find something about the Feywild itself is very wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, going in circles. It's
Cool. No, that's all good.
things don't make sense there.
I rolled a 6 and a reroll.
Alright, come on.
16.
That's better.
Not
You find that the book that you were looking for isn't there. Which is fine, because what it was a beginner book, and you'd literally taken everything they had about a black dragon
Oh, good.
in there. With a 16, having been here once before and taking another look around, you do find another book that's talking a little bit more about them. What information are you specifically looking to garner?
Maybe its weaknesses. Its like main strategies that it uses,
Sure.
attack, where they are from in Tenumbra,
Cool.
like where they mainly
Mhm.
live.
The information this book tells you, it was actually written by someone from Tenumbra, who had managed to sail to another land somewhere, and it came back, sort of did some like traveling and stuff. There are actually no known black dragons to have a territory within Tenumbra itself. There have, over the past 1,000 years, a dragon been seen flying overhead, traveling from somewhere to somewhere else.
Right.
But there have been no known black dragons to have set up a territory within Tenumbra itself, which is interesting in terms of weaknesses. There's nothing. It's sort of like not many people have necessarily fought a black dragon and survived. So the weaknesses pertain to stuff like a legendary magical blade or sort of like more superstitious stuff. There's not like something like you can take it down with fire.
Sorry, Gareth.
It does say that their
Huh?
skin and like themselves are naturally immune to like corrosion and stuff. It's like don't use acid. But give me an insight check. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that.
The book is shady.
That's a 2.
It's a 2 plus 4.
Cool. I'm going to get back to you on those superstitions about black dragon weaknesses,
Yep.
and then we'll see if any of them work. Because there's like stuff like
Throw salt over your shoulder.
there's that sort of stuff, which seems to be trustworthy as far as you can tell.
Can I do either a sleight of hand or a stealth to take the book and put it in my pouch that I keep on my person?
Yeah. To be fair, she didn't see Garrus being able to check out the books willingly. Yeah, give me a sleight of hand check.
Can I?
It's a library. You can just check it out.
No.
Are we within eyesight? Like,
Did you go off?
I
Did you want to go off on your own?
oh,
Yes,
okay.
I snuck off.
In the deep
They
shells.
were all talking about the birds and the bees, and I was like, bye. Bye. I'm gonna get a different dice.
You're
That one
the
has
fish and the fish and the plankton.
17
17?
plus 3 for either sleight of hand
That's good.
and stealth, which
Got
is
some
a dirty
dogs.
20.
No one seems to notice.
Hell yeah, I have a book.
You have a book.
Go.
Lots of books. Is that all in terms of research from Peeps?
In
Absolutely.
terms of research.
Wonderful.
I think so.
Yeah.
The Garrus is getting
So-
bored just sitting here. Like a cat sitting on like the couch, he's just like wagging his tail up in the air, waiting for people to come back.
We can spar again, Timothy, if you want.
I was about to say.
I'm so strong. Let's do it.
I just made my new rapier and I really want to try it out.
Yeah, I'm down.
Oh, yes, please.
I also accidentally dipped my axe in some magic.
Accidentally.
Accidentally dipped my axe. Do I know about that?
No. Actually,
Nim's like, yeah.
So-
I did it.
I do believe that's specifically on the axe itself. It's while you're raging, you can cast the spell.
I understand.
Which is also a bypass because you normally can't cast spells while raging, but while you are, that sort of latent magic about you can go into
Gotcha.
the blade.
But do I know about it yet? I guess I don't.
That's up to you. You haven't. You
I
didn't
haven't-
get to use it yet,
No,
so
I
maybe you
haven't
don't.
Yeah, true.
Never
3
mind.
days without
then.
raging? Good job.
Yeah.
You seem
thank
tough.
3 days without raging.
She needs to.
Good
It's a
job.
detox.
It's a detox.
It is. It's been nice and
It's not
relaxing.
pent-up emotion.
Well, this would still probably be happening during the 3-day gap. You guys went off and did research.
Yeah, no, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's spar.
Let's
Let's
go.
spar.
Sure.
3 on 1 on 3.
3 on
Yeah.
1 on 3
Three.
on 5 on 8.
3.
We'll just take it
my
in
We'll
turn.
nice-
figure it out when we get there. You're learning Elven.
I heard it means tricycle.
Nice.
Amazing.
Who'd like to spar who? You got new.
Well, I was like, let's all 3 go together.
Alright,
Can we
just
not-
like, yeah, no, for sure. The 3 of us.
Sure.
Let's do it.
Yep, I'm ready.
All for all? Yeah.
Yep.
All in? All in?
1v1v1?
Yeah,
Yep.
1v1v1.
We'll get the training
Royal
swords, or
Rumble?
are we going to practice with that?
That's up to
Now, actually-
you.
Well, I gotta try out this rapier.
Alright.
So, you guys can pad up. I'm gonna.
Brothe's already in his armor.
Little helmet on.
We will potentially get another long rest after this, right?
Well, this is happening during the.
During?
It's like if we say it's happening on like the second day.
Yeah, then we get another long rest
Yeah.
after.
Yes,
so like
from when we
now
catch
hit
up to the
points
present.
And rage is back. Okay, good.
It's more for me to test and whether I weighted it correctly and
Yeah,
it feels
great.
good.
Brothe is just gonna like stand there with his arm. Go, just go for it. Just go for it. Just go for it.
Well, if you're just standing still, then okay.
Roll to hit. This isn't even initiative because you're just letting.
Where's my everything? Nope, spells. Nope, equip. There we go. 20. Not dirty.
Dude.
Yeah, that definitely hits me. We're just seeing if it pierces through the armor a bit.
That's 9 points of damage.
Oof. Yeah, that sure does.
Ooh. Yep. Is that good?
That's good. Ugh, yeah, ow. That
Yeah.
hurts a little.
Not broken. Good. All right. Let's try it again.
It's pointy. This time he's gonna like actively duck and weave and move.
That's a natural 20.
You're ducking and moving, but you move into it.
Ah,
Kit's trying to like.
Full whack.
Oh. Yeah, go for it.
Is you okay? I got you real hard in the head there.
This is why I usually wear my helmet. I'm gonna put my
Timothy
helmet on.
kind of like sees it happening and just like as an instinct, just like and goes into a rage.
Heck yeah.
the time has come.
And comes after Mentor. This isn't very nice.
Bro, it's gonna put
Are you ready?
And so yeah, oh yeah, I got
Yeah.
a wild
Roll a
magic
d6
first.
and
That's a 6.
lightning titties.
Lightning titties. Okay.
Ladies.
Does that have to happen? I suppose so.
Well, a bolt of light.
Just like shoots out anyway. I need to get it up. I haven't.
It can. At the very least, there's sort of like this like glowing light, sort of from your chest.
Okay.
You said we're not really initiative. I think Brothe like quickly puts his
What's it called?
kettle hat
Oh
on,
no.
and then he's gonna come in and try and get Kit on the side.
baby.
I mean, do you
My
want
AC is 17, so
1d6 radiant damage to 4 radiant damage to Kit.
con save.
Yeah.
Very good. 11.
Goodness.
No.
No, I believe it's 13.
Yes.
I missed. I missed. I think with the boot.
It blasted me forward.
Blast you forward, I missed.
She actually kind of like, rather than being like, no, it's actually fun.
Yeah.
So it's actually like,
Yeah.
and then so she like boom, and then she goes to hit. So it's actually just like play fighting, but it's actually
Right, I
brutal.
love this.
So like titty, like lights come out of her titty and hits Kit, and then she's like, oh, this is so good, and hits a battle axe. And so what happens is she. That comes out of she grabs the battle axe and goes to hit Brothe with it.
Yep.
And like green, golden,
Ooh.
like light tendrils kind of like come through her hands and
What?
through the battle axe.
Like that.
It's like, well, that's
And
new.
she kind of like clocks it, but it's too late.
Yeah.
And goes to hit Brothe with
Casted
it.
Blade Award in this
Ah.
instance.
All right.
So
Roll
that's
to
my
hit.
wild battle axe, but she doesn't know what's going on. She's like, what
Yes.
the heck? 11.
Nah.
Poop.
Shield.
So you go to hit, and it, yeah, well, the shield.
The shield, yeah.
Whoa.
And I think it's kind of, but because she's also like shocked by it, she's like,
That's cool.
whoa,
What can that do?
I don't know.
Here, try it out.
Yeah. And I smack him again. Yeah, that's a 19.
That hits.
Cool. Now, is this like going to like hit him?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Are we rolling damage? I always see what damage type the extra
Yes,
stuff
damage
let's see
is.
what, because that's a
So,
d6.
yes, roll me 2d6.
6, 4.
6 and a 4.
Both knows what
So,
to tap at.
it can either be radiant or lightning damage, your choice.
Let's
I'm
do,
wearing metal, make it electric.
let's do a radiant damage.
Cool. So regardless of whatever the slashing damage did or didn't do,
I did do blade ward.
you did do
Not
blade
bad.
ward. So are you like taking care of damage or?
No, because we're technically long resting
Cool.
after this.
So regardless of that impact, which is lessened for you,
Yeah.
you do feel the lightning.
Or the radiant? Which one was it?
Radiant.
You went for the radiant instead.
Yeah.
What's radiant?
So radiant is like
Divine
light.
light.
It's like
Yeah, let's do that.
holy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're then there's like a flash of light and you feel it.
Ugh. Alright, I'm done. That was good. That hurt. Ooh!
What is happening?
He doesn't sound hard enough. Hit him again.
No, wait!
That actually would have been 10 points of radiant damage.
Yeah, that
you
would've
would have
hurt.
taken. So that would have hurt.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm done. I'm tapped out. I'm tapped out.
There's something going on with my axe. And then all of a sudden, because it's probably my turn again, more technique light comes out. I'm not in control of this!
Wait, hold on. Can you fire it once more at my shield? He's gonna get up.
I imagine Figara
Does it reflect?
sitting in like a grandstand,
bounce off?
like
It's light on a metal
I've
shield.
come over
It's
with
not a
my
roll
book
to hit.
and I'm
It's a
just-
Constitution save.
Oh my god.
So I think it would probably.
If
I think it's a
strong
constant-
enough.
I'm strong enough
Is it
Garrett's
half
got
damage on
flies.
success or is it just?
No, I don't think it's...
Doesn't do
because
it.
it
No,
has
they
a-
just don't.
Don't do damage.
because it has a blinding ability. Yeah.
Oh, so you're
So-
blinded.
That's why I'm on the ground still. Yeah. My idea here was that it bounces off the shield and blinds
Someone else?
It blinds back.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no because I don't want to have that happen mechanically.
That's
Not a mirror.
I'm.
Well, that did nothing.
Yes. Cool. Anyway, yeah, so, can I roll some kind of, like, insight or
Arcana.
arcana to try and figure out if I can understand what's happening? Or,
Yeah.
I
like,
assist with my arcana.
Sure, we can say both is like helping you here.
I'm like
Yes.
talking you through it.
yeah,
They go, like-
I feel very overwhelmed and overstimulated.
So you have advantage on this roll.
Okay, great. Arcana, yeah, I have a 0, so that's good.
Kid's
That's
gonna
a
come
2
over and give you a hug.
and a 4.
You do have inspiration, but it's your call. Or you just don't really know.
Yeah, no, I really want to know. No more inspiration. Come
Just
on.
don't roll a 6.
11.
I was like, okay, like it's channeling through your hand.
It's
into
kind
the
of-
blade.
Hard to tell. I think the best you could get is, I mean, it was only a couple days ago you were training with Professor something wing?
White wing.
White wing. It is white wing.
White wing.
Professor White Wing about sort of getting a bit more control over this magic stuff that goes through you. And when you started going into your rage, when you started getting excited and the magic started coming out, it then seemed to channel into your weapon.
Yeah.
It's like it could just be you're getting more.
So-
Even though you felt like you had no control of it.
Yes, it's actually the opposite. It's actually an ability
Yeah.
to
Funnel it.
Yeah.
funnel it into
I mean,
my
whether
weapon.
that's right or not, I mean, I told you above table what caused it,
Yeah.
but that's sort of what you get with the 11 insight.
Yeah.
The 11 arcana. You think maybe it has something to do with this.
Yeah, okay.
New power's good. New power's good.
Yeah.
New
It's
power's
okay. It's okay. It's good. It's useful.
You
It's
know
gonna,
you
you
can
gotta
use
use
it on?
it, and it's gonna be really powerful.
That's it. You
Yeah.
can use it on the enemy.
Yes.
Garrus in the distance is like, they were just fighting and now they're all hugging. What is happening?
I think, and then she comes out of a rage at that moment, kind of like shaken a little bit from it, and is like, okay, this feels scary to do with friends, but I think we'll feel good with enemies.
That's it. Can we get orange slices? I'm only tired.
Yes.
I didn't know that my eyes could hurt like this.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No, that's good. That's that.
I think it would have been worse if I was facing you.
It's like when you
Yes.
point a camera at the sun.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's gonna be a little bruised.
Big man bruised.
Eat the boys' blood.
So,
Cool. My rapier works.
is there anything else you guys do over the time between?
I think in present day I'll go to the temple.
Garrus and Retta have probably gone off here and there to like marketplaces and done the casual like Aladdin Abu teamwork trying to steal an apple here and there.
Nice.
Give me. This is the.
Riff raff.
It simply just a sleight of hand check.
We all have swords.
Sleight of hand.
Technically, though, because you have your little firefox with you,
Yeah.
and because they can technically give you the help action, I will let you make this at advantage.
Woo!
Because the
Nice.
idea of them sort of helping you, acting as a distraction,
Thank you, Retta.
that's what they're there for.
It's a 21 or 21.
21. Yeah, you succeed. You fortunately or unfortunately
Yeah.
don't get into any like Aladdin chase sequence
Ah.
because you're just too good.
Yeah, fair.
Just come
I don't have time for that.
Did you just take an apple?
Well, I was taking bits and bobs of things.
Yeah.
Nothing like
Okay, gotcha.
valuable. Just apples, some nuts, maybe like, a
They're all
banana
watching
here
you
and
do it, and
there.
you're like, okay, we'll go.
Yeah, they're actually like.
It says for free at the top.
I'm in the community garden.
You're being all slinky, and you're like,
Rip?
Sleight of hand stealing berries from a community garden.
Which, doing it sneakily, feels worse.
Yeah.
So funny.
Go to like the market stalls and it's like tasting station.
Yeah, samples. You're taking
Samples.
samples. Oh.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
So, with that, you guys have basically had a few days of downtime, of resting, amid the chaos of all meeting up, effectively, and then the whole theatre fiasco.
Oh wait, what? Before what show did we go and see?
Oh yeah, talk about the show.
Rogue.
Mulan. Rogue.
This was I did steal that. Josh came up with that.
No.
Oh,
Chris
Chris came up with that. Someone either side of me came up with it, and I thought it was great.
That's
How
good.
betrayed would you be if I said yes?
Yeah, I did.
see on the camera, and people like theorizing. Chris hates his Taine.
On Roll for All forums, it's like, what's the beef between Chris and Josh?
Nice.
Anyway,
Good morning.
no,
No.
not yet.
Good night.
Good morning. Good
You
night.
guys are all resting for the evening. You're all asleep. Kit, you'd probably be back at Papa's place.
Probably. But I could have a sleepover.
Yes.
Up to you. Are you having a sleepover?
We had a slumber party. It's
That
a
is
mess.
slumber party.
Yeah, can I just
sleepover
quickly
before,
say,
guys.
when I was at the
Great.
library, I went to Cleonte and asked for a map of the sewers.
Yes. She definitely could have. You don't. She hasn't got that for you just yet,
Okay.
but
I've asked
she.
for it.
I love how Jordan was like, is there anything else? Just triple checking, is there anything else? Okay, let's move on to the narrative. And then all of us are like, actually, what was that show we went to? Actually, I did this. That's funny. That's the
So
way.
you guys are all having a slumber party, all having a nice little long rest.
You want to see me drink out of my helmet?
Do it!
We love to drink with bros, because bros feeds our guy.
Does being an autognome, you sort of go into an inanimate state,
Yeah, but I'm still conscious.
but you're still like
I'm
aware
aware
of
of
surroundings.
my surroundings. I'm just not moving.
And then what are the passive perceptions among
Don't look at
people?
me.
Because I
17.
had a thing to write them down.
Do you want to know? 8.
Yeah, I didn't really need to know about you.
Go ahead.
11.
You're dead to the world.
Mine's higher now.
17.
Yeah, but
17?
oh yeah, you can
Still
take it.
getting mine up.
Think it'll probably be 16.
Drum roll,
Passive
please.
perception is 16.
15.
Oh yeah, definitely. The three of you,
There's
sort
three
of
of
awoken
us.
from your, state, and then
There's
the
3 of us.
It's not me.
Those of us with the good passive
Those of you with the good passive perception,
Oh, okay.
Kit, Fig, and Garrus
Oh, thank you.
are awoken in the early hours of the morning as you guys all feel the house shake a little. A couple books fall off the shelf.
Ow!
There's the sound of like glass crashing downstairs.
Uh-oh.
Earth
Something's
is going
happening.
on?
Are we all in the one room? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
We're asleep in like a little circle.
Did you
Yeah.
guys feel that?
Brothe and I are in one corner.
I guess not. Hey, wake up!
Then,
No! Well, it's just me.
Sorry! Oh, what?
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
What? Something's happening. The building's shaking.
Brothe has
Look
a
out the
moment
window.
where it looks like he's
Look
going
out the
back to
window.
sleep. Oh, sorry. Yeah. What's happened? What?
The building.
You can see that the sky is
Falling.
the sky is falling. The sky is not completely pitch black. You can see the very start of it beginning to get brighter outside. So it's like very early in the morning.
We're at dawn.
It's probably like 4:30, 5 o'clock. We're in autumn, so yeah, that's about right. Yeah, you don't. It doesn't look crazy out there. You can see some babbits that are flying off some roofs after it.
Should we investigate?
Downstairs? Something
Some
broke down
dogs
there.
barking.
Well, hold on. Give me like 10 minutes to put on my gear.
Let's.
Well, you can.
Do we go get Hilda from her room or do we let her rest?
Let's go check downstairs.
Yeah.
Brothe's gonna put on his gear and then join everyone.
Cool. So you'll be down in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
The rest of you go downstairs, and you do
Okay.
see at the bar there are some like glasses and bottles that have like fallen off the shelves. And you do see from the door that attaches to like the building next door, which is where Hilda and the rest of her family sleep. That some of them are coming through. So you see both of her mums as well as Hilda herself have sort of woken up and are like looking around as if what happened.
Building shook.
Do you guys have like a basement?
Is this
Earthquake?
normal?
You see Hilda's mum, the sort of long, sort of like silver blonde hair, which is sort of like all like tied up, goes, we do have the cellar downstairs. Should probably well, guess we've got some cleaning up to do this morning.
Does the house shake often?
No, I don't know what that was.
Has it happened before?
No.
Why are you not concerned?
Marie, Hilda's other mum, then speaks up and goes, no, I am a bit concerned about this, but I don't know. It seems to have stopped now. I mean, I'm not going back to sleep. Gotta clean all this up.
Nimothy's gonna stomp outside, open the door,
Mhm.
and walk outside and kind of just like see.
her out.
if
There are-
Check down in the cellar.
There are a couple other. Well, as you. Marie's actually going to turn to Hilda. And go. Can you and the rest of your friends go check down the cellar? And you guys can go tidy that up. And start sort of directing others to sort of tidy up other bits and bobs. But for looking outside, you do see a couple torches and candles being lit in some of the nearby homes and places for people having woken up from that.
So it does seem like it was a more it was an area. It wasn't just our house that was in.
localized.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah, you see a
areas.
couple of like roof shingles that have like fallen off and
Gotcha.
stuff.
So it wasn't necessarily something that's run into our house. It's something
No.
that has affected. Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna come back inside and be like, I think everyone. It is everything. Everyone has been.
It is everything.
It is everything.
It's coming down the stairs almost complete. Oh no,
It
almost
could
there.
be a
Hi.
tremor.
Can I
You know
maybe
Yeah, like an earthquake.
when that. Yeah.
sniff the air to
Earth
see if it
shakes.
was like an
An
explosion
earthquake.
underground?
Give me a perception check. Or medicine if that's higher.
We know what
I think that
we know what gunpowder smells like.
Will do.
And a gas
I'll
leak.
do perception. 23.
Nice.
Whoa.
You smell the smell of like liquor and alcohol because that's like fallen off on the thing. That's sort of it. There's no smell of like any gas or gunpowder or any other lingering smell that you feel like would associate. There's no like smoke in the air.
Wait, are you? Well, we're looking to search for stuff.
I'm outside.
What are we doing, y'all? Searching stuff.
Marie has asked for Hilda and the rest of you to go downstairs and to the cellar and sort of go tidy up down there,
Hilda,
basically.
I
take
think-
us to the cellar.
Once I notice that there's no immediate danger outside of our house and that it's affected more people, I will come inside
Okay.
and kind of like go down with everyone.
I'll follow after.
Amazing. So you guys are taking down the stairs that lead down to the cellar. You see a room with a number of barrels, like kegs, boxes with bottles in them, other bits of like dry goods. You see basically a standard sort of cellar storage area. You can see that there are some pipes running along the roof. One of them has broken a little bit and come out, but there's no like gas or liquid or anything you can see coming out of it.
Someone pick me up. I can fix that.
You also see that stuff has fallen. There's like broken glass on the ground, and fallen boxes and stuff scattered everywhere.
Well, time to clean up, I guess. Brothe is just gonna start cleaning.
Your passive perception is 17,
17.
Garrus. Yes. Give me a perception check.
You're so lucky that I'm good at achieving things.
I know.
Perception.
Oof.
Are you?
It's a 9?
Okay.
Do you have inspiration?
I do have inspiration. I could.
Yeah, this is just
better.
because you're not quite meeting the DC I'd set, but like you're just on the cusp of it. That I was going to let you make a roll to have a look.
It sounds important.
It does sound pretty important. Important enough for me to use an inspiration, though.
Get more
Well,
inspiration.
sparked my inspiration.
Oh, okay. You've sparked my inspiration. Let's go.
Oh,
6 plus 7 is 13.
Cool.
my passive is 16, so
You notice pretty much the same as everyone else.
yikes.
Does this
That's a
box
shame.
go over here, Hilda?
Hilda's probably not doing too much
Mhm.
physical labor here, but is helping tell you where stuff is meant to go.
So here?
Yes.
Great. What about this one? Over here?
No, that one. That's actually dry stuff, so that doesn't go with the wine. That'll go over that way.
Alright. About 10.
Like fixing bottles and putting
Mhm.
together with mending. Doing jigsaw puzzle.
Well,
Amazing. So,
cleaning we shall.
Weird.
you guys are basically spending the early hours of the morning cleaning. And Garrus, and now will be you, who, after probably about an hour of tidying up, working out where things are going, you notice behind some of the kegs on like one side of the wall, that there is a crack in the wall, and you sort of follow it, and you see that like part of the wall behind there has collapsed.
Oh no.
And as you're sort of going and looking around there, you hear from sort of like the last corner of the room that you guys haven't sort of finished tidying up. You hear the sound of something move.
When you say something move, big thing or little thing?
It sounded like a bag of something. Ooh, amazing. A bag or something was bumped and sort of like fell over, but no one's currently in that side of the room.
Okay. I'm gonna go and investigate it myself.
Mhm.
I don't think Garrus would have drawn anyone else's attention to it until he knows it's something potentially dangerous.
Cool.
So.
So you begin to. Do you want to stealth over there, or
Yeah,
Cool.
let's stealth.
go for it?
That one.
As you go over there, you sort of
Something over.
sneaking along, and you do knock over. You sort of lean on something, and just a couple bottles, and you all see Garrus sort of pink panthering his way
Hey, we're
over.
cleaning up, Garrus.
Sorry, I no, guys. I can explain. I heard a thing, and yeah, I don't know what it is. Something knocked something over here.
No one is over there.
I'm gonna make my way over.
Alright, what is it? Let's look.
And I know what you're thinking, Garrus. That was you. You knocked that stuff over. No, I'm talking about like before this stuff.
I believe you. What's here?
Where?
And let's all look.
Yeah.
Amazing. So you all go over to behind these
All fours.
sort of like boxes and stuff that are sort of like stacked up in the corner. You go over and you all peek behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And there what you see is a creature.
A newborn baby.
There's a flower.
Sort of, at first, it just looks like a bunch of, mold or, like, moss. Just, like, carpeting the ground. Sound effects.
Someone's hurt.
Carpeting the sort of, like, just, like, corner of this room until you see it's this sort of, like, that it is alive, four-legged, sort of, like, curled up. There's sort of, like, flatter head, this sort of, like, large mouth. It sort of almost looks like, it's about, like, the size of, like, a medium to large dog.
That's a big dog. What's it made out of? Like moss, you said?
It's,
Or mold.
Ew.
yeah, it's,
Moldy doggo.
back is sort of like, there's no like fur, but it's sort of like, it does look kind of fluffy, kind of spiky. There are like these long, like, pointy bits of what almost look like a fungus sort of sticking out the back. It has like these two sets of what you would probably assume are eyes. And it's there, its mouth sort of open, panting, with these two what sort of resemble tongues, but are sort of still made out of that sort of like fungal sort of looking material, and just sort of there going,
Hey,
Hey,
fella.
Big.
Yeah.
Surely you know what that is, right?
Can I do a perception or survival check? to
That'd be a nature
see-
check.
Okay, can I see? Okay, can I see if I have come across any of it, like any elements of it before, and if it's dangerous?
nature check.
Just looks to be in maybe your domain.
Actually, I'm not gonna roll that one. That one. curse me.
If you want to give advantage for like
Yeah, yeah.
helping,
I can do that.
cool. You get advantage as Garrus is giving his own
Alright.
druidic insight.
16.
What this thing is.
4. So 16.
You
Plus
don't have any
2.
plus for natures? Oh, okay.
With
18.
18.
18.
18.
18.
With an 18,
Thank you, I forgot about that.
you have heard of this sort of creature. It is a plant, but it is a living plant. A type of living fungus. Or more so, it's like a living mold. They're a branch of these living sorts of plants called vegepygmies.
Okay, can you spell that, please?
Vege
Wait.
pygmy.
It's a pygmy girl.
I was going to say.
Pick me or pygmy?
Pygmy. Like it's not
Like
super.
PYGMY or something?
What the dog doing, Brothe?
It's
what
sort
it
of.
doing?
They're sort of it's like panting and like you can hear this sort of like airy growl. So like
Someone pick up your dog.
So
Someone.
is it dangerous or not?
oh yeah.
I definitely don't think it passes the restaurant health and safety.
Is it a beast?
It is a plant.
Oh.
You
Oh, PYGMY.
Yeah.
with an 18 you would
Whoa. Sorry, I just saw a picture of it.
with an 18 you would know that it is. They're like, I mean, they often live in colonies, sometimes with other fungal creatures. They can be territorial. So like they can be dangerous, but specifically this looks to be a what's known as a thorny vegepygmy. It's like those like little spiky bits of fungus. Look like it wouldn't be super nice to pat. So it does look like they can be dangerous. These ones, this sort of type of sort of four-legged bestial one, are a bit more animalistic.
Brad's just gonna ask, where'd you come from, buddy? Did this come from anywhere? Can we see?
I mean, there's a crack on the wall over there.
Did it come from the crack?
I don't know, maybe.
I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
You would know with your 18 that it's not an animal.
I'm not going
It
to
is a
cast Speak
plant.
with Animals.
And
I don't
at
have
this
secret
point,
plans in
Hilda
the
is sort of like going a bit white. It's going to be like, with everything going on, with the businesses being shut down, I'm going to go distract my parents and the rest of my family.
Okay.
Deal with this.
Alright.
Okay.
And is going to start going
Did
upstairs.
anyone see where this came from? Just
kill
didn't
it?
I think you mentioned before that it often belongs to like a colony,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So what if it was the colony that caused the tremor?
What if
Like
they
what if
ran
underneath
through
this
here?
building there is like a whole I don't know cabin
Infestation?
full of this guy?
Yeah, what if it ran through here and got
It's kinda cute.
separated? Can we see if there are any tracks leading out, like how it got in here?
Give me a survival check.
Is it magic?
Survival coming clutch.
Is it
let's go.
magic? Are you like using an ability to see if it's magic, or are
Yeah.
you just
Yeah, I'm gonna turn on my magic awareness.
Let's go.
It does not appear magical, though you do detect one of the like cases of wine to give off the very faintest magical aura.
Of what school?
Intoxication.
Shoot, what schools are they? Transmutation. I'd say transmutation.
Interesting.
Anything then?
Yeah.
Yo, what? What do we got? What do we got?
Transmutation.
Where?
There.
I'm gonna go over to the box, open it up.
It's a keg.
It's
but-
wine. They're like bottles of wine.
Bottles of wine.
Yeah, they're like
These?
very, very fancy. Looking.
Holds them up.
Like they've got like a wax sort of like sort of seal over like the top of the lid. That sort of drips down. Then it's sort of like this red and black sort of like label.
Is it the whole box?
The whole box.
The whole box.
Whole box.
Each bottle of wine gives off that thing. Though at this point the awareness
Has
fades.
faded.
Like we shouldn't steal, but this is it.
Hilda's gone upstairs.
Brothe, it is hardly the time to start drinking.
That's not what
Can
I
you
was.
come and help me corner this thing, please?
Alright.
Do not
We shuffle
don't
it back to
provoke
this. Shuffle it back to the crack.
DM,
Yeah, maybe it'll go back down.
I rolled a 19 plus 6 for 25.
25.
Yeah.
You specifically see some like flakes of fungus that have like sort of like come off it a bit. And you actually see some like sort of like you notice like some like slightly more wetness in the stones. You do detect that it did come through that crack in the wall.
How big's
It's like
the
the
crack?
wall.
Yeah, how big is it?
It's probably like you'd probably need to crawl through it, apart from our two shorties.
Big crack.
You'd probably need to crawl through it.
That's a bigger crack than I was expecting.
So there's flakes of mold and there's
That's a
water.
whole ass hole.
Basically, it looks like it did come through there and then snuck over behind.
Right.
Alright, turn around. Let's go. Turn around. Back you go. Let's go.
Can I- what?
Turn around.
Animal handling.
Come on.
It's an animal now?
Do you know what
It's
my
not a
animal...
beast, but it is.
Do you know what my animal
I
handling
can't
is?
look.
-2.
Plant handling.
Yeah, let's go.
I got a 4, -2.
Surely you have advantage, right?
It
Come on, let's go. Let's
May I
go. Let's.
please cut-
it
oh,
takes
no.
that in an aggressive manner and is going to nip at you.
Hey.
Now what dice? Oh, I'm going to use a green dice. I have to use a green dice.
I got a +4.
That is a 9 to hit, so it sort of nips at you, but doesn't make
We
contact.
do not bite in this household. Turn around. Turn
I'm
around.
gonna come up and just attempt to grab it.
Oh my god, guys!
Uh-oh.
No!
Just
Yeah.
in a soft, not
Okay.
in an aggressive way. Just in a.
Well-
I'm gonna take you back to the crack with me.
It doesn't really want to be picked up, so give me an athletics check.
Yep.
It will attempt to resist, but
Can
it
I-
only has a +1.
Can I help?
Yeah, we did that previously, I think, for
That's
stuff.
a 19.
Yeah,
Without the
it,
help.
It rolls
Nice.
7. It rolls 7. So you do grab it. You do take
40 damage.
2 points of piercing damage
Oh.
as you grab it, and some of the like fungal spikes
Gotcha.
stick into you. It does unfortunately hurt to grab, but you
You got it. You're almost there.
But he
I'm
can't-
gonna
Almost
walk
there.
it. I'm gonna like walk it through the crack.
You do so. You take another 2 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
As the longer you hold it, it continues to hurt you.
Yep.
Um,
I'm tough and I'm fast now.
yeah.
So.
It'll attempt to break free again.
Fig, can you find
Actually,
something to like
roll
put up
it.
against this crack once it's in there?
Get a blanket.
Another
Yeah.
19.
Cool. It rolled a 19, but your athletics is way higher.
Yeah. Okay.
So you do manage to continue to hold it, sort of walk through with it.
Can I offer it a cooked treat?
You can. What is the cooked treat? What is it?
It's a piece of dried meat with seaweed. It's wrapped in seaweed.
Nice. Give me an animal handling, plant handling check at advantage.
I'm holding it towards you. Like,
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. Animal handling and advantage. 14. 8. So 14 plus 4 is 18.
18. With that, it sort of sniffs it, and then
Yo, it just ain't
its tongues just sort of come out in it.
Yummy! It's
I swear to God, if that thing grows to 3 times its size because of that, Fig, we are in trouble.
Let's be fine.
Why don't we keep it as a pet?
Yeah. Was that good?
And goes in with its like fungal tongues, licks you.
Gross.
And
it
goes-
likes me.
Um,
It likes me.
I'm gonna be honest.
And it sort of
I'm
stops
lost.
struggling against you.
Okay.
What are we
You do
doing?
take another 1 point of piercing damage, and it's still hurting to hold.
Okay, Nim,
Let's put it down.
Nim, you don't look very comfortable.
Yes, but we gotta get it into the. We gotta put it through the.
I think he seems okay.
Let him just follow
it
us.
likes Fig. Why don't we send Fig through and then maybe it'll follow?
She's
Yeah.
gonna crawl though.
I can guide it through.
That's alright. Fig can crawl.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna like.
Sort of
Come
growls a
on.
bit at Brothe, from his previous animal handling.
No, whatever.
But it does seem to have calmed down a little bit.
I'll go last. I'll stay away from it.
Come on. I'm going to.
Oh, we're all going.
Are we?
I didn't think we were.
Look, maybe it was
Okay.
running away from something,
I'm
and
gonna
that's
do
why
this
it's here.
last.
And it got separated from the rest of its colony.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on the long for the ride.
Surely there's another way
Down?
down.
Probably.
What do these creatures like? Do they eat animals or anything?
From your previous check, you would know that they do. They can eat both vegetation and they're sort of omnivorous,
Yeah.
sort of like mold and fungus. They will just sort of eat anything,
Okay.
pretty much.
I'm going to use Druidcraft to make the sound of a small animal, bless you, through the hole, the crack, so that it, and like guide it through.
Cool.
So
Give-
it's more
Can
prompted.
I minor illusion the appearance of a small animal
Yeah.
with the sound?
Can you both give me individual performance checks?
Oh god.
But you can use your wisdom for it.
What's that?
So if you're not proficient in performance, you can add your wisdom instead.
Okay.
Because you're using your spell casting.
19 plus 5.
So performance or with like
do
I
have music.
modifiers?
Are you proficient in performance?
No.
Then you can add your wisdom instead of your charisma.
What?
So I think if you're not proficient, you can add
plus
plus
next
4.
to your wisdom.
Plus 4.
Then you'll add plus 4 to the roll instead.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. 9 plus 4.
9 plus 4.
Use my baby calculator.
13.
I didn't want to use the calculator.
Amazing.
13.
The combination of the two, because especially the Druidcraft is a very sort of like, you know, the noise is sort of like instantaneous, it happens and it fades. But especially with the actual illusionary animal. And
What animal should I put in this crack?
Make it
what
a
animal do you put in the
rat.
crack?
Because babbits are like bat rabbits, right? Yeah, but they probably wouldn't be found in a small hole. Is there a smaller,
Bat rabbits.
like rodent-sized?
What about a rat?
A rat?
I was specifically looking for like a creature combination.
A rat and
a rat and a cockroach. That's horrible.
A
rat
rat
roach.
roach.
A rat roach.
A rock roach.
It's a
Ugh.
mammal and an insect.
Yeah, sure. Let's cast a rat roach.
Okay, so
Ooh.
this this rat with sort of like this like you know, like sort of like insect sort of like keratin armor. So I've got like the back there. It's got like an extra pair of legs, a little antenna, at the front, but it still has like that rat tail, that is not covered in any armor and just sort of like, I guess is the noise that is made.
And it's huge? Like rat sized, or is it a cockroach sized?
It's a rat-sized
Yeah.
cockroach. Actually.
And it indeed believes it and goes, and goes
Yay!
Bye.
scurrying after it.
Off you go!
Now we can either follow that,
No.
or we can plug
on,
this
Nim, let's
hole
go.
and find another way down, so that at least the babbit is safe. Being the babbling babbit.
It then comes back. He goes,
Uh-oh.
I think it wants us to follow.
Oh, alright, let it be known. This is not a good idea. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's follow it.
it's just like, it
Got
like
all our
away.
stuff, right? Let's go on another adventure.
I'm
We
ready.
Give him a name.
so it isn't immediately going into the hole. It's just sort of like,
Does anyone have like a mind reading spell or something?
I don't think so.
Where's my music? It's fine.
You want us to follow, buddy? I'm gonna take
It's
that as a
it's
yes.
it's not going of its own volition currently.
Oh, okay. Well, Hilda told us to handle it, and I guess handling it means
Going into the
getting
hole.
rid of it. Let's go. Who's first? Not me.
Lead
Shut
the
up.
way.
I can't.
I'll go.
first.
Oh yeah, you go first.
Woo!
It doesn't seem to be leading the way, is what I'm saying.
That's all right.
Oh.
It should
That's
follow.
It will follow.
Maybe.
Let's go.
Okay.
So maybe like Fig can kind of like.
Yeah.
I'll just start walking.
Yeah, it does seem like with probably one of either Fig or Garrus's passive insight, it does seem a bit hesitant about going back into the hole, but it does indeed follow.
Come on.
Kit, I think you might be
Let's
right.
go.
It doesn't seem to want to come back in here that much.
But it does follow Fig into the hole.
Come on.
I'll go last.
Maybe it was scared or something.
Yeah. It could be anything. I'm assuming the sewery sort of area.
And you do indeed find yourself in the sewers.
Okay.
Within this old sort of
It's so stinky.
canal-shapen place, there are pipes going
So
above
we
the
wanna
top.
pat it?
You just have to be careful due to the spikes over its
Can I
body.
give it a little pat?
Yeah, Grace.
Good boy. I'm gonna call you Gusto.
Gusto?
Gusto.
Gusto the
He's
veggie
good,
pygmy.
Gusto. Yeah.
What do we see?
You see yourself in this sort of, it looks as opposed to sort of being more of like a circular shape like a canal would be. I'm just going to move on to my sewer playlist because it's meant to be happy veggie pygmy music, but it never played and I'm sad.
Put it in
Done.
post.
Yeah. Anyway, it sort of looks like sort of like an old canal, but the top has sort of all been like paved over. There are pipes running along.
I think the speaker's
The
suffering.
speaker is
Speaker's dead.
not
It
having a
died.
good time.
The speaker's having a little heart attack.
It does sound very staticky.
That is interesting. Anyway,
Would you like me to make sewer sounds?
yeah.
I think I have my speaker in my bag if you want to swap
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So
It's
we also
fine.
have
It-
60,000
It should be
speakers.
fine. It's on full charge.
Yeah, but yeah, it sounds like it.
All the
damaged.
speakers will be on cam.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're Beth's car. I found out that's where all the stuff is.
Yeah.
Anyway. You guys, yeah, so you see a bunch of pipes that are like running along the sort of roof of this sewer. It's like quite large. It's large enough where you guys can stand upright.
Lovely.
That's good.
And there is like a sort of like thin stream of like murky water that's sort of running along the bottom of it. But there's enough space where you guys can stand on the sides.
Brothe brings out his lantern and casts light.
Woo.
Amazing. And woo, immediately there's like proper light in this room apart from what was spilling from the
I also
cellar.
have dark vision for 60 feet, by the way.
Me too.
At dark vision.
Can I use my rope and tie it around Gusto?
Put him on
Yeah.
a leash.
Yeah,
Give me an animal handling check.
Wild.
he's a baby.
See if he
He's
accepts
not. He's wild.
He's a
Don't put a
baby.
leash
So
on
am
him.
I.
So, no one would put a leash on you.
I mean,
Don't put a
they
leash on
could.
him.
Not yet.
He's a baby. I could put a leash on
To be fair, the two druids have run off. multiple
what am I
times,
doing
or
animal
once.
handling?
They can do whatever they want.
Yeah,
They're wild.
I'm
I'd like to
also
be
wild.
confined within the walls of a city.
14 plus 4.
It lets you put on the rope.
There you go.
It's gonna hate it when it's
Well.
pulling.
Let's go, Gusto.
Lead the way, Gusto.
Fig, were you just exploring the sewers when you ran into us 3 days ago?
Yeah, I was. But
Why?
it's real. No reason.
No, why?
Because,
What do you mean no reason?
Because.
You just came down into the sewers for fun?
Why? It stinks down here.
Exactly, it's nice. It's really easy to get lost, which is why it took so long, because I was walking along, trying to find my way back to Old Town. I didn't want to look too conspicuous. And I thought I heard this really loud noise, this shriek. It was a bit scary, but I thought it could have been the naiad from the other day. The one that we helped.
Huh.
So I ran towards it, but it kept echoing throughout the sewers, and it was really hard to keep track of where I was going, and then I got lost, and here we are. So I would recommend, as we go forward, if anyone has anything we could use to mark where we're going, that'd be a good idea. Because it's really easy to get lost in here, and I don't have a map yet.
Man, you should have taken keen mind. That'd be a problem. Oh well.
I've got nothing.
I'll just use my big brain and I'll remember.
I'm gonna get my
Actually, I'm
hand
not big boy.
axe and carve across into the side of the wall.
Amazing.
That's a good idea.
And so you guys start to explore the sewers.
I'm gonna draw a little rabbit as well to kind of be like,
Little rabbit.
this is where the babbit is.
Love it.
Shall we perhaps only make
Yeah, like that.
2 lefts and then a right, and we follow that pattern? So that
Yeah,
we just reverse
alright.
it to get back to where we were?
That's a good idea.
Can I?
And so that we're not just walking in circles?
Can I try to feel the walls for any other vibrations, or for feeling the ground for any vibrations?
Give me a perception check.
Like, something's got a rumble if there's something big down here, making the walls rumble.
Rumbling and bumbling.
Uh-oh.
Maybe the whole city just flushed its toilets at once.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna use my
Wasn't everyone
inspiration.
Cool.
Flush
Use your
away
inspiration.
first.
Oh. A 23.
There. You don't feel any tremor. But the 23, I think you do feel the slightest vibration, the slightest hum, perhaps. Slightest resonance is perhaps a better word.
There's something. I feel something. And maybe I can use the water as well. If we get to a cross point.
Yeah.
Where certain
Yeah,
it changes. It's different to the other ones.
certainly do that.
Yeah. It's better than walking mindlessly through sewers.
And so, as you set out to explore what is beneath Old Town, we're going to go to break. And also so I can fix this darn speaker.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
G'day, wonderful viewers of Roll for Roll. My name is Riordan Kerry, and I had the absolute pleasure of working with the team this season to bring New Hilgard to life with a little bit of cartography. So after receiving some lovely lore from Jordan, I was able to set about drawing the map so that I could incorporate his world building and bring it really into the aesthetic that he'd created so that it looked like something that could have been drawn up by the Hawkview Institute themselves. If you were looking for tabletop maps for your RPGs, for books, any other art that you need done, follow me along on Instagram, TikTok and YouTube, all under Riordan James Kerry, and reach out and we'll see what we can do. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the season.
welcome back.
Ooh, the smolder was actually everything.
So,
Audio listeners, what's Smolder?
well, tune in to the video sessions and you can see. But yes, as you make your way, you cast light on your lantern?
Into my
Into your
lantern,
lantern.
and I'm just holding it. I'm at the back, but it is casting a light.
Yeah. Is it like a hooded lantern, or is it illuminating lights all around you? Or is it like focused just in
hold
front?
On, let me actually... I believe it is a hooded lantern. I'll double check for you specifics.
May I please also pre-summon my wildfire spirit, and that may also give off a little bit more light. It's bright light out to 30 feet and dim light for an additional 30.
Holy shit, really?
To summon Redder.
And what's your lantern light? Actually, I think I have it here. A lantern
Well,
would be 30 foot.
correct, but the
Oh.
light spell is 20-foot radius, and then dim light for an additional 20 feet.
So
Okay,
the,
so
So my
the fox is better.
the fox is actually illuminating in this reddish orange glow a lot more as you summon it.
I've got a
Um,
hooded lantern.
Fig.
Hooded lantern.
With Gusto, as you've named him.
Oh wait, did
Gusto.
I lie to
Gusto.
your face? Hang
You
on.
got goose as in Hong Kong and toe as in your toe.
Yeah, you just
I
looked at
I
the wrong
lied
thing.
to your face. I'm reading Flames of Phlegethos.
You can illuminate yourself.
Do that though.
No, that's only if I
Do that though.
smack something with fire damage. But
Go
surely
Smack
the
me with
fire
fire
fox,
damage.
surely
I can take it.
surely Redder illuminates something.
Does it say that they do? If not, I'd say it's just like a faint like glow around them.
Look, I'll get back to you in 3 to 5 business days.
Beautiful. They'll be in time for next
Bro's got the
session.
light for you.
I'd like to apply my anti-squeaking oil.
Can
Yo,
indeed.
what?
I have okay. You guys watch as Kit pulls out like an oil canister,
Yeah.
pancake kind of thing, and he starts to apply it to all his joints, and you've probably gotten used to the squeaking that he does, and now he is silent.
I love that.
That's stealthy.
I'm going to roar, and everyone gets 5 hit.
Temporary hit
temporary
points.
hit points.
Roared
Nice.
into the
Wait,
sewer.
everyone? Or just 5?
How many?
Oh.
I think it.
Is it proficiency bonus? Is it everyone? I don't remember.
Once per day, 5 targets you can see receive
So
temporary.
that would be all of you because Hilda's not here.
P
There's 5 of us.
Dude.
But not my fox.
We've been
But not your
following
fox.
that every time anyway.
No, we definitely did last session.
We-
Because you read it out last session as 5
Yeah.
people.
Okay. Equal to your proficiency bonus and your constitution modifier, which potentially will that be more now? No.
No, you did not increase your con.
Damn.
Maybe I should.
But your proficiency bonus will go up next level.
Okay. Noted. But so I believe it's 5.
By the way, everyone, we're level 4.
Oh yeah,
Level 4.
We've leveled up.
new things.
Oh yeah,
New
you guys
stuff.
halfway through the episode.
Well, we announced it at the end of last one. Sorry if you missed
That
it.
is true.
It was very operatic. Anyway, as you summon Redder, Fig, as Garrus summons his wildfire spirit, taking the form. So, does it appear as a fox, or in the burst of flames, is it like actually still like a flaming fox?
It always appears
Always
as
appears
a
a flaming
fox. It builds itself out of ash and
Yeah.
then ignites.
And it's like on fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You have a Pokemon.
literally.
Yeah. Fig, as you see Garrus summon Redder, his flaming fox fire spirit, Gusto sort of looks over his shoulder going and yanks on the rope. You're gonna try to resist it?
I'm gonna try and pull him back.
Give me an athletics check.
Oh god.
He doesn't have high athletics, but he rolled really high, so
Shit.
Wait, is he trying to pull towards or away?
no, he's
from
pulling
it?
away.
Yeah, I assumed
He's
away
scared.
from, but.
Oh
Oh my good, too excited,
Come
too
on.
excited.
The dice tray's
Don't
right
do it
there.
to Neil. With that, you see
Fine.
Fig fall face first and is being pulled along
no.
by the Veggie Pygmy.
Yeah,
The one on the ground didn't do much better. It's a 3.
Brothe then like clips the lantern onto his belt and runs and is gonna grab Fig and
Wait, what's happening? Sorry.
You're being dragged.
you were dragged and you've fallen onto the ground and are being dragged along.
Brothe is gonna run, grab Fig and then just pull back.
Cool. Can you both give me athletics checks to pull against it? Still rolled really high.
Ah shit! I rolled in that one.
Oh my god!
Do you have inspiration?
I rolled a 2!
I do have inspiration. I might use it.
We are all having to
We're
use our
burning
inspiration.
through all the inspiration. I don't know why.
I think that's all of them.
And then it went back to a 2.
18.
You have a higher strength. They also rolled an 18. So I'm gonna say you do fall onto the ground with Fig, but you are managing to just hold it there.
So I'm holding.
You're holding Fig in the rope.
I've got
And
Fig
it's
in the
like,
rope.
it's no longer moving, but you did sort of fall prone.
Yeah. I'm on the ground. All right. Could someone come and help me with the rope while I get up?
I need to pick it up without getting hurt.
Someone just hold the rope.
Okay, I'll hold the rope.
Cheers. And then it's gonna help me get up, and I can hold it with you.
Where did you want to? Where are you running to?
I don't think he likes Retta.
He doesn't like fire.
Appears to look a little bit like perturbed, a little bit like.
Hey, look, another fella!
Yeah.
I've never actually properly introduced myself to Retta.
Oh well, this is Retta.
Hi, Retta.
Hi, Retta.
It sort of gets up on its back legs like it does in the artwork, and does a little like waves with a paw.
All right. So, look, I'm not good with animals, but they're not friends. So
Well, one is made out of plant
Yeah.
matter,
I mean-
and one is made out of fire.
You can make an
I-
animal handling check to calm down if you want.
I'm not proficient. I can't even give you a
I
six.
think I'm proficient in animal handling.
I'm
Yeah,
not
if you both want to make a roll.
I'm not, but mine is +5.
Oh, I got a nat 20.
Hey, that's where it is.
I've got 18.
Cool. The two of you sort of manage to calm down Gusto. Fig also shows you how to pat Gusto without getting stabbed. And
Right there. Yeah.
Nim, you actually managed to find a spot behind what you think would be an ear, but it's not quite. It's just this sort of like sort of like lumpy bits at the side. You sort of get behind and start scratching. He seems to calm down to Retta's presence.
So I'll hold.
I might,
Our new friend?
I might get Retta to keep their distance, but circle round to the back of the group.
Yeah.
So that Gusto is more likely to stay moving forwards with us
Yeah.
rather than going.
I mean, Retta's.
back.
Oh no, you've got the lantern, so yeah.
I was gonna say I have 60 foot of dark vision,
Me too.
so I'm happy to kind of walk ahead.
Yeah. I mean, with the light for basically. Well, can I get a marching order?
Am I holding the leash?
No, I am now.
Okay, you are. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll then be behind Nimifi so I can help provide light.
Alright.
Even though we can see, but
Yeah.
helps everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
can,
the toughest as well. So
I can be behind
You
them.
are.
then.
Where did you find it?
It'd be in. I don't know. D&D Beyond changed everything.
I'll go behind Brothe and Nimifi.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I can go last.
So Fig after Garrus.
Yeah.
I want to stay near Gusto.
Yeah.
And
I can go
Retta
then in the
will
middle.
follow up
I'll go
behind.
directly in the middle. Then
So who's
Cool.
first?
Me.
Nim, Fig, Brothe, Garrus, Kit.
Kit with
With Retta.
Retta up the rear.
For sure.
Retta up the rear.
Retta
And
up
I've
the rear.
always said that.
Retta up the rear. I hardly know her up the rear.
Oh!
We're in sewer talking about rears, really?
Yep.
But yes.
GG.
So the light from the lantern is emitting
20 feet of light,
yes,
and then 20 feet of dim light after that.
and then 20 feet
But
of
it
dim
is
light.
hooded.
And then beyond
So
that,
it's directional.
you have those of you at the front have a little bit
Another
extra
20
dark vision.
foot of another, yep.
Is hooded directional?
Oh yeah, the only non-dark vision person here, I
It's
think, is
not
Hilda. So
Great.
Hmm?
So we don't really.
no,
need
it's a
the light.
bullseye lantern is directional.
Oh, great! Even better. I
So-
thought it was. I thought I had.
It's emitting
the-
light behind. You guys are all casting like
Oh, yeah,
shadows.
but-
on the walls.
Yeah, I've
I've
got
cast
it up.
light on my chest.
Nice.
Even
I don't
extra
think
light.
we need it anymore. We've got so much light.
Hanging out in the back. We're
It
nice,
is
nice and lit.
That's
so
true.
odd to me that this spirit doesn't say that it emits any light.
Magical fire.
Just glows, I guess.
Oh. It's probably.
Well, actually,
Might be better for stealth.
Yeah.
Nim, because you're at the front, I'm gonna say either
Oh,
you
that's very helpful.
and Fig can do individual survival checks, or Nim, you can do a survival check at advantage.
I am proficient in survival.
Me too. Girl
Um,
power.
we can do individual ones.
Sure.
Do it.
That's very
Oh.
helpful. You're up the front too, because you
Actually-
can
I
climb
did not do
into
good.
the sewer pipe.
Well, do you want to do
You
the
roll-
advantage
Maybe I should do advantage.
Well,
instead of the?
actually, because I was gonna give you guys advantage for the tracking, for like the making notes and the if you're doing like left,
Yeah,
right.
left, right.
Um,
An 18.
You got an 18 over here.
12 plus 6, 18.
plus 6. I'll let one of you re-roll at advantage.
I
Probably the
only
lower
got a
number.
7, so
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
13.
13 total.
Yes.
All right. Nim, you
Gesundheit.
don't really know your way around cities anyway. This is like a cave, but it doesn't work like a cave. There's nothing natural
Would
about this.
pygmy thingos be considered Feywild?
No.
Okay.
New choice. Still no, but
New choice.
Good choice.
However,
That is how you silvery barbs.
That's it.
That's how
Great.
Good choice.
oh, that's fun. I like
That's
it.
great.
However, Fig, has been down here before, and so
I need a question
with
about
that
that.
is able to help direct you, to keep you guys on track.
Yeah.
I know maybe you get mixed up with your lefts and your rights at one point at one of the turns.
Yeah. I must say, I am proficient in survival, but I have low wisdom.
Yes,
So-
and this also isn't, again, this isn't like a wilderness
Yeah.
place. So it's, as Fig had found out, it's kind of easy to get lost
Yeah.
down here, as everything does look very much samey, similar. However, Fig, you do end up recognizing, with your passive perception, Fig, and being close to the front, you would pick up on it first. As you see, as you guys go to do one of your right turns, you see down towards straight ahead where you travel. You see a on the roof one of those purple fungus that you'd seen previously.
Purple fungus.
Yes.
Fungi.
Hey,
What's
did
that?
you just call me a purple fun guy?
Yeah. You're a pretty
No,
fun
Garrus, I
guy.
didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry. No, like,
You're a pretty fun guy.
you're a pretty fun guy.
Why is that an offensive?
Well, I don't know. You just didn't have
Stop
to
being
preface
so
it with
sensitive.
purple.
Purple's a fun colour.
Can't say anything anymore.
Did you just?
I know.
There it is.
Can't say
Okay.
anything no more.
Yes. I rolled a 14 for that last time.
Yes.
So is that still applied?
Wait.
Hmm?
What's with this fungi? Fungi?
With it, you know that
Fungus.
you'd probably gather that, given the
Yes.
coloration and just sort of the size and shape of it, that it probably would be dangerous to get too close to it.
probably too dangerous to get close to.
Have I
Oh,
seen,
okay.
Have I seen anything like it before?
Have I seen anything like it before?
Have I?
Too many people.
I won't.
Look at that.
I don't
Anyone
care.
proficient, apart from Fig, because you've already made it, anyone proficient in nature can give me a nature check.
Nah.
I am not.
Well, I'm gonna take that
I've
then.
just spent a lot of time.
The only one who gets asked is the only one proficient in nature.
I'll let you do it at advantage because you've got the
That was
your
it.
mentor and the druid on either side.
Ah, cool. That is an 18.
18. You have actually seen this in the out there.
I saw it out there.
What?
I saw it in the out there.
Nice.
You know that it is a it's like a predatory
It's
fungus.
predatory fungus.
Basically from the like the top of the fungus is like is like the nightmare of someone who would have like trypophobia. I think that's the right one. The little holes.
That
There's
is
like
me!
but basically from those holes, little tentacles
Yeah.
would come out and like attempt to sort of eat.
I'm guessing this table is the table with trypophobia.
Oh.
Is it doing it that right now?
No, they just.
No, there are no.
No, I
but
didn't
would
ask,
basically
but-
attempt to sort of like rot and dissolve a prey. They also do have the ability to move very slowly.
How big is this one near us?
It's probably like a foot, like the actual head of it,
I could cut it.
like 30 centimeters.
Shall I burn? Should we
Burn
burn?
it.
Burn
I
it!
burn it.
Burn?
I burn.
Burn it.
I burn.
We should
Fireballs.
take, a sample.
But like, what is that?
Why don't we feed it to him?
Oh, we do to kill it!
Oh. Yeah. True. Well, we could take a sample for later.
Killer
I wanna
plants.
know what
Not
this
again.
is.
I know, we've already dealt with this before. I don't know, I don't have any. Do you have something, mentor, to science-y it? To kind of.
What size?
I mean, if it stops moving, I could
Robot
mage hand
instinct.
it.
I could cut it right now. Swing.
Yeah.
I'll swing.
Cut a little
All
bit.
burning hands.
Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no,
No.
yes. No, okay.
Yes.
Yes?
I mean,
Yeah.
if
I heard
we
a yes.
don't attack it, it will most likely let us pass. But it doesn't look like something we should just.
Well, you guys,
let
based
loose
on
in
your
the sewers.
route, you were going to turn right, and it was down the straight ahead
Yeah.
corridor.
So,
The thing is,
Just
if
avoid
we
it.
leave that thing growing underneath the city, is it going to do more damage than if we
Yeah,
get rid of it?
perhaps.
burn
it.
Best control. Fire?
Take a sample.
Burn
Is it gonna? Is it friendly?
What are we gonna do with the
Snow?
sample?
I don't know.
I'm gonna
Bring
gonna
Gusto
burn it.
closer to it.
I'm gonna.
Gusto. What if it hurts it?
Well, they're both
Gusto
mushrooms.
dies.
Both plants.
I'm burning it. I'm gonna walk
Okay,
a
we'll
little
bring
bit
it.
closer so
How
that it's
close?
15 feet away from me.
Cool.
And I'm going to put my hands out in like my wrists are together and my palms are open.
Yeah.
And I tilt all of my fingers forwards,
Sick.
and this cone of fire just protrudes as I try to burn this creature.
And for a moment, the cave is lit up. The sewer is lit up even more, as bright light sears out. That's a dexterity
It
save.
is a dexterity save.
Cool.
Yes.
-5. 2. That's a -3, baby.
Lovely. And it takes
So it takes
3d6
double
fire
damage.
damage. It's taking double?
No.
Oh.
Just because it fails so bad.
Yeah.
Bam! That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fire damage.
+1.
10 fire damage, and it ignites it if it's flammable.
It would technically be flammable. So it, the burning hands goes out and scores the violet fungus. It does also appear to continue burning, but like it hasn't like turned to ash at this point.
Okay.
Do I see any signs of the weird tentacles?
Actually, I think you would at that moment, like as it did, the tentacles have like come out and like one of them's like burning.
Kit holds his arm out, and then like a little like Like a scope comes out of this arm. Because I have steady aim now, apparently, which is a thing.
Yes.
And then I'll cast Firebolt at it.
Amazing. You get advantage on this.
She'll do.
Woo!
Are you like Mega Man?
Pest control.
Yeah.
You really are taking on all of the
Yeah,
roles.
we can do everything.
Private
Great. This
detective,
is everything I
bodyguard,
Mega
pest
Man.
control,
Mentor.
mentor.
Brothe is just
that's
happy to be.
It's like a 23.
Yeah, that hits. Its AC is 5.
I mean, it was an 18 and a 15 on
It
the
doesn't
die,
move very
so-
fast.
7. Yeah, 7 points of fire damage.
7 points fire damage? Cool.
Let's go.
As you let out the firebolt, it boom, impacts it, and it sort of destroys most of the actual head of the fungus, and you can see it's the roots that are sort of embedded into the stonework begin to slowly come out and attempt to move its way along the roof. I would say roll me a d4 fire damage for the burning, but it had 1 hit point left after that. So as it begins to come around, it sort of doesn't have the energy to hold on, and sort of falls to the ground, splattering, and continues to burn away.
Any spores or anything that out of it?
No, I wouldn't say any spores. It's sort of turning. If
Okay,
they
but
were, they incinerate
Yeah, cool, I just-
immediately.
Yeah, so if
Being
we
safe.
breathe shit in, we're not gonna.
We're not going to turn into a...
I've seen Alien
No one's going
Prometheus.
to have chest bursters, basically.
Yeah, that's
Your
what-
knowledge
yeah.
of it is it doesn't actively reproduce through spores.
Got you.
It does it by anything it sort of
A stalk.
eats and decomposes.
Wow.
That tends to be when more of it appears.
Okay.
Like a zombie.
Also,
Next one we see, the next one we
Taine,
see.
actually, you're thinking of Alien Covenant, not
Oh.
Prometheus.
Actually.
Well,
Actually.
Love that show.
Me too.
not sponsored.
But
Actually.
would
We're
be happy.
probably-
I mean,
Sam Reich.
Get
Love
in
the
on this.
conversation.
He's actually been here the whole time.
God, can you imagine?
I wish.
So bad if I drop out got cancelled by the time.
It would never. It's on a
We
roll.
could never.
Could never.
Well,
it could never.
Not yet.
Moving,
yeah.
Anyway.
moving on.
I think I keep it personally up and running.
So, that is what you see. That's what happens.
So, are there tentacles on the floor now?
It's sort of burning away.
We did it!
You want to
High
take your
five!
sample thing?
I was gonna say.
High
It's a
five!
little charred.
I said to Taine, should we turn this into a delicious invention episode?
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like,
Yeah.
this is...
Cut up the mushroom.
I mean, you could, it's
That was
dead, as in it's not moving anymore, but it's not completely deteriorated,
Seems
if you
good to me.
wanted.
I do feel like a sample
Bits.
would be beneficial.
Go for it.
Okay. I don't really have anything. I've got.
Just give me a medicine check
Oh.
to grab stuff.
Yeah, but I want to store it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How do you want to store it?
That's what I'm trying to figure
You're
out.
not putting it in my backpack, Vic.
Got any vials? Hey,
Got a mess
Got any
kit
grapes?
with a cup.
You could store it in a mess kit.
The box contains a cup and simple cutlery. The box claims together.
You go.
Yep.
Okay.
You could put
I'm going to.
it's like a lunchbox.
It's like a little bento box.
Yes, but that's it. That's what I was
I'm
thinking
gonna
of.
put it in the bento box.
It's basically what they
We're
are.
having sushi tonight, boys. Okay. Medicine.
Vegan sushi.
7 plus 4.
Well, I guess, is it vegan if the
11.
plant is alive?
11.
Hmm?
11.
11. Is the veggie pygmy, would that be vegan? Anyway, sorry. 11.
It's both. It's like one of those weird, like
Like figs.
plant thingies.
It's like, well, yes.
It's like
Yeah.
figs.
Yeah,
What is it?
sorry.
Don't starve together, and you like. There's
Well-
one animal where you, it's like meat, but it's plants. Doesn't matter.
Anyway.
What was the medicine check?
Said 11.
11?
We said 17.
Cool. You
Like oysters.
you do succeed in not touching anything that would hurt. And you do grab some bits of violet
Stab it with my
fungus.
dagger and put it in the bento
Violent
box.
fungus. Should call it violent fungus.
Anyway, so that was
That was
sort of
straight
in the
ahead.
roof straight ahead. You guys are currently looking to turn right.
So are we going
We should
right?
go right.
We should still go
I
right?
don't want to get lost.
Yeah, we should stick to our plan.
Bro, it's not insightful enough.
Well, then I'll make the decision for you.
Oh, I was meant to be like, does the above table Taine's wondering, does our little friend, our little our dog have an indication maybe of where they're going?
Oh,
Brothe probably
I don't
doesn't
know.
pick up
You've
on
got
that.
the.
I've
you
got
did the
it.
last
Do
animal
I
handling
figure
check.
out? Do I feel like that?
Insight.
Yeah, Brothe's like, right seems great.
9.
Just sort of like the tongues go up and like lick the eyes.
Jesus Christ.
Does
Let-
not know where it's going.
So we're going right. Great.
Yeah,
Wait.
let's go right.
So we just went. Didn't we just go right?
You guys have been taking left, left,
Yeah.
right, left, left, right.
So did we just go right?
So we're technically on
You
the
guys are a
second left, and straight ahead was the fungus,
Yep, so go
but
right.
we haven't turned right yet.
Oh jeez, we're going right.
Yep, let's do that.
Cool.
Same
Um,
marching order.
Can I get another survival check? The two of you can make it.
Woo,
One of you
Emma.
can make it at advantage.
Well,
Oh, you can make it an advantage.
Oh, I've got a 21 total.
So did I. I got a 22
I don't
total.
know. One of you roll again.
I got a 19 on the die.
No, let's say with 21. That was an
Alright, so
8.
21 and 22.
Yeah.
Amazing. You guys, managed to figure out,
Figure out.
you guys get a better sense of how you're traveling, through here. And are sort of getting a bit of a mental map. Whether it's like, you're conscious of the in your case, Nimothy, whether it's a conscious mental map or just this sort of feeling of, yes, which way you're going. And you begin to think you might be getting closer to where you want to go. I do see your hand up.
Thank you.
You do see, what's his name?
Gusto.
Gusto.
Oh, sorry.
You see Gusto. Becoming a combination of excited and cautious. Sort of like, there's like this moment of,
Excited,
like,
no.
rushes forward a little bit and then stops.
I understand the feeling.
Yeah, it's like hesitant of wanting to keep going forward, but then stops and doesn't want to keep going forward. Then as if they forget why they stopped, and then sort of like back and forth.
Okay, well, let's keep going in this direction then.
But what you?
Sounds
Oh yes, let's go to the hands up.
So I remembered I've got a parchment and pencil.
Mhm.
Can I be, as we're traveling through, because Nim's holding Gusto, can I be charting where we're going?
Yeah, of course you can.
Good idea.
Sublime.
Amazing.
Oh my God, I can't
We
believe
don't-
I can't believe your
have a
uncle
map.
is right.
Even though we don't have a map,
Yeah,
I'm like putting landmarks in.
cool.
So like the
The-
mushroom.
Oh
What
yeah,
are the landmarks of the sewer?
there's not really many.
Rat.
there's
The
at
giant
least
mushroom on the sewer.
mushroom.
Could you go like this, right? You start somewhere and you go, okay, we went forward and then we turned, which we
Yeah.
go left first.
Yeah,
and then
left,
we
left.
turn left again and then
Yeah.
we turn right. And so then when we want to go back, we just have to flip the piece of paper upside down and then follow backwards.
Going left.
And we've got your marks too.
Yes, I've been
Yes.
putting a mark at every turn. I reckon I put a
Mm-hmm.
little cross.
There is actually, I don't actually know how going left, left, right, left.
Yeah.
We're actually.
I feel like we're just going in
We're
a
going
It
circle.
in
takes you
a
just
bit.
very slowly to the right.
Yes.
It actually. I was
But
just
you are
figuring out.
exploring more chambers.
Yeah, I think
we're
So
going
if you go
left,
forwards, take a
left,
left, take
right.
a left.
I think there is
Left.
one point.
left.
There might be.
Right.
I don't
Going
know how the
diagonal.
We're
map
actually
this
going
works.
backwards.
You might have. Yeah, it's whatever. Anyway, long story short, again, Fig, because you're right behind and your passive is 16 as opposed to 11, you would notice at first where it looks like there is some dust in the air up ahead,
God,
which there
Brooke,
hasn't
it's your
been any.
namesake.
There's like stuff in the air that's sort of reflecting off the
Show
light.
it to me.
Sorry.
Reflecting
what
off
is
of
dust?
Brothe's light, you see stuff floating in the air up ahead.
What kind of stuff?
Do you see that?
Give me a
Love
give
is
me
in
a
the air.
give me a nature or perception check.
I bet that it's yucky stuff.
How tall is it up in the air?
Mimify has
It's
got
like
that
covering the
nice
entire space.
transaction
Okay.
in
It's like
it.
up ahead looks like
Like us
Just
small
happens
folk
that you
wouldn't
can't
just
see
be able to
stuff.
like, go under it.
That's why her
Yeah,
perception is so high.
She's always all this.
Yeah.
We think that Nim is always angry.
Yeah.
But it's just
Sorry.
that she,
She
can't
She needs
see.
glasses!
17 perception plus 6, 23.
It looks like spores of some kind.
Not the
Not like
spores.
this.
I like that game. Okay,
I can see spores up ahead.
what do we do?
Don't breathe in.
Brothe starts fanning his hand down in front of him.
How many, like, what?
I did
Is
ask.
it as far as we can see that there's spores?
It's in the area immediately ahead. It's kind of
Can we see if it's coming from
Your
somewhere?
mentor,
Yes.
you aren't affected. You're not much affected by poison and things.
I am actually immune to disease.
Go walk up there and sniff it.
well, disease, not poison.
Okay, we haven't got.
I have advantages against poisons.
Yeah, you have advantage against poison.
Oh, that's great. Still, that's better than us.
better than nothing.
So better than anyone else, but you know, it might corrode me.
Oh.
Oh, that's not
we'll
good.
fix you.
Corrosion's up.
I mean, I can
Fix.
send Redder forward.
Yeah.
It would most likely burn any particles rather than.
I think we should do that.
Oh,
Okay.
what if you just like send fire down there and then it like chain reactions?
Yeah, I just want to not waste spells yet.
Do you have a cantrip?
I'm gonna light up a
Control
torch.
flame.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna light up a torch.
You do so?
Just wave it in front of me, because hopefully I'll go down, guys. Don't worry, I'll check it out.
Thanks, kid.
I'll just wave it in front
Go
of me.
down.
Just hopefully it will
Yeah, I mean they
cleanse the air.
they do burn.
Like sage.
Yeah.
They're burning.
Are you just gonna spend your whole time trying to burn all the spores?
Try to get as much as I can, and just kind of like pass through if there's anything else interesting down here this way. Is it just the one pathway we're going through?
Yes, this one is basically as you've gone down this way, as the lantern light has extended, you then Fig has then seen the spores reflecting off the light.
Okay.
We can't see where the spores are coming from.
No, because like it had just entered the lantern light, but as you go forward,
But we've got dark vision.
I know,
Oh.
but it's like they weren't reflecting off anything in the dark.
Right.
As you go forward with the torch, you give me a perception check.
Come on, buddy. Oh, that's a 1.
Uh-oh.
Cool. You don't notice anything. You're just burning them. You do see that it's just sort of like. I think you can't. No, unfortunately, with a 1, you don't even know how far it goes.
Yeah.
You do see that the sewer does seem to bend. Go to the left again, which is convenient because that's the way you want to go.
It's the way we want to go, guys.
Okay, we're coming.
Maybe you guys
But
should
it's
have
like-
the torches too.
It's like a lot of
Yeah.
effort because the roof is like kind of hard for you to reach.
Get up there.
And as you're trying to burn them, sort of moving around, you're sort of causing the air to sort of move and sort of pushing some of them towards you.
Yeah.
So can I get a Constitution saving throw? At advantage.
Uh-oh.
Sure can.
For the spores,
Oh,
That's good. 19.
19. You manage to sort of avoid any of the spores coming closer to you. Yeah, it looks like the torch isn't going to be super effective at like getting rid of them all.
Do I find when I start getting towards the bend, does it like stop or like calm down, or is it just more small?
So you sort of like use the torch to sort of like try and get yourself through
Yeah.
the thing.
I'm gonna follow with my now a lantern in one hand and a torch in the other, kind of doing the same thing now behind Kid.
As you go to look around the bend, you see a humanoid figure slumped along the corner of the ground.
No.
which you then see is what's emanating the spores.
Oh,
You see, they don't look human by any means. It's just they have that correct assortment of limbs. Their head are this massive fungal structure. Their limbs also appearing to be made different to
the veggie pigment?
Gusto.
Gusto.
Are sort of like a bit more brightly coloured, and what looks like effectively would be eyes and a mouth, and these sort of like thick trunk-like legs that are just sort of there on the ground. You can give me a nature check if you want
I would
to
love
work
to.
out if you've heard about this.
So, that's
Brothe is definitely
14.
14. It's not bad. I'd say you don't know the name, but you've heard of, especially with a Gusto sort of clicking some of that memory. It's another type of fungal being.
And does it travel through the air and infect other people?
With a 14, you don't remember,
Oops, I'm
but it also does appear to be unmoving, if not dead.
Shout back down. I don't know if I would recommend coming down here, guys. There's a dead body up here.
Just as Brothe goes
Brothe's
torch and is
halfway
starting
through.
to.
Okay. Cover your mouth.
Covers his mouth with whatever fabric he's got. And he kind of stops there and he's like, so do you want me to come closer?
Well, I'll come back to you guys. We'll figure out what to do next.
Alright. And then Brothe is like, at each spore he can find.
Can I try and see how Gusto feels about this creature?
Gusto hasn't seen it because he's still back with you guys.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Should we lead him over?
Oh, yes.
I come back to the group and I tell them what I saw. It's like the dead body spores coming out of it.
Dead body spores, that's bad.
I don't know what it's called, but yeah.
Does that ring a bell, DM? His description?
sure, give me a nature check.
19.
Yeah.
21.
You would understand that that does sound like a myconid. Which with your understanding of
Let's
Vegapygmies from before, that sometimes different types of fungal creatures would live together in sort of multi colonies.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they mushroom people basically.
Yeah.
Cool.
They live together.
Yeah.
I've seen them where I'm from, my
Nice.
homeland, and they're very lovely folk. But this one sounds like he's gotten into a bit of trouble.
This one's dead. We think.
Oh, that's sad.
That's why there's spores.
Yeah. You do know that some of them, with the 21, you would know that some of them can emit spores that are dangerous, can potentially poison, can potentially sort of stun or briefly paralyze people, incapacitate.
So we want to be careful with this.
You also know that they can emit spores for purposes of communication. Like, they don't have the capacity to speak in a verbal manner, but they do have the ability to sort of emit spores that can sort of allow them to talk to other intelligent humanoids telepathically.
Whoa. So if we go close enough, could we try and understand
Open my
it?
mind.
Yeah.
On the shrooms?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait.
Could be trying to tell us something.
I hope not.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not risking that.
Ah,
I don't want to get sick.
what is the likelihood, Kit? When you saw the body, were the spores emitting only in one sort of direction, or were they going? In
They seem to
both?
have been emitting from it in a radius.
Right.
I'm resistant to poison. I could go check it out.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my god, poison.
Oh, shall we go check it out then?
Yeah, let's go. We should take Gusto maybe with us.
Okay.
See if he knows
Yeah,
anything.
do that.
Come on, buddy.
Come on,
I mean, we
Gusto.
could try. The sewer system probably links back up. The rest of us could try and meet you on the other side of.
Yeah, although splitting up in here is a bad idea because it is massive, but we did make all those markings, so we could do that.
Why don't we just find a ladder that's close here?
Yeah.
I mean, isn't there a map? Does it say anything on the map?
I don't have a map. This is just me charting out my way
Oh, man.
through.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Waiting
well,
on
you.
the map.
Alright, go and investigate my poison resistant friend, and you tell us what you think is their best course of action.
Okay,
Because I'm not too fond of walking too much closer to it.
that's totally fair.
Well,
Okay, Fig. We're together.
alright, so who's going?
The two of us.
Two of you?
We'll go
Plus
towards
the
dead
dog.
boy.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Are you actively, like, letting the spores hit you, or are you trying to, like, not Bruden?
I'm trying to avoid it.
I'm trying to avoid it too.
Cool.
Maybe, like,
And are you taking Gusto with you, or is Gusto staying back?
no, I reckon we should take him with us to see if it can communicate with him.
Sure.
I'm gonna
Alright.
put my hood on and the wrong way around.
Yeah.
My cloak on, sorry, and pull the hood up so it's like a little
Yep.
cover.
I'll do a similar thing with physical.
But perhaps
Cool.
you want to bring these spores.
Yeah. Well, we'll find
Oh,
out if Gusto
You like
starts
tried to hurt
acting.
me last time.
So, as you guys sort of go forward with Gusto, and Gusto's getting affected by the spores, sort of looks forward. You see Gusto sort of is like, as soon as he walks into the spores, starts like looking around, and then sort of goes forward of his own accord around the corner, seeing the Mycodon on the floor there, and starts not growling at them, sort of whimpers a little towards the Myconid, and then starts in the air around, seemingly sort of that thing dogs do, where they get like they sort of go back and forth between being scared and aggressive. Yeah,
Is he looking at anything? Like, is he...
he's just looking around frantically.
What's happening?
What are you seeing, bud?
What can you see? So he's just looking around, nothing in particular.
No, just seems very concerned. Is looking back to you two for support. Sort of like,
I have a question.
yeah, I have the answer, maybe.
Can druids wild shape into beasts?
Beasts, yes. This is a plant.
Okay, so I can't wild shape into a plant. Frick. I was gonna say, now I've seen him, I could wild shape and try and talk
my
to him.
son's playing the tree.
It's a cool idea for a druid concept, though.
Yeah.
What if we wild shaped
Circle
into
of
plants instead?
I mean, they're living things, like Taine said.
There's a
Okay.
circle of spores.
There
Oh
is.
well.
Go talk to it.
There's gotta be a way to communicate with him. I mean, it's obviously stressed.
Go breathe it in. Do it.
Your character, not mine.
I dare you.
Breathe what in?
The spores.
Me?
Anyone. Both of you.
Never be as. Are you?
Breathe it! Go! Do
Go,
it!
do it!
Breathe
Do
it
something!
In.
Oh
Do
no!
it!
Oh boy! Oh boy!
So you watch as Fig breathes in the the spores effect, and you watch glinting of the light, the air pressure. You see them sort of go towards Fig, and immediately Fig, your brain goes a bit sort of fuzzy for a second, as if like you've just taken a swig of like a hard liquor, and like you've immediately sort of been hit before the clarity comes back,
The
and
magical
you're sort of
light.
hearing this like weird sort of buzz in the air, and then you hear cutting through it. Run! They're here for us! Run!
Whoa, Fig, you're looking crazy.
Run!
Run.
It's here!
What's here?
What's going on, Fig? Are you okay?
Telling me to
Did it work?
Wow, run.
Kit,
run,
what's happening?
Run, it's saying run. Why are we running?
Run?
though?
Run from where? Run
Some-
from what?
That they,
What are
They're here.
What's here?
I don't know. They're here.
It just keeps going on repeat.
So is it saying run, they're here? What else?
Run, they're here. It's come for us. Help.
Oh my god, okay.
Oh.
We should probably go.
Okay.
This seems really dangerous.
Okay, let's get out of here then, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something, right?
Probably. Gusto, let's go. Okay, we're just gonna run back.
Wait, we're
Right.
You've
you're
run
coming back to us? Why?
Yeah.
What's
What happened?
What's up?
So I might have breathed in the spores.
Nice, high five.
Are you okay?
I feel like I'm coming down from a high. Not that I've ever smoked. I don't even know what that is actually. My character. But I heard a voice in my head telling us to run. It's saying we need to get out of here.
Sometimes your inner demons
Saying-
say that to you,
But
and really you just have to. Be
You
like,
also
no.
hear another voice in your head going, Yes! Run! Bad!
What? Oh my god.
Run!
What's the dog saying?
You just hear that in your head.
I just turn to Gusto and I go, is that you? Lick your eye if that was you. Oh my god, the dog is talking to me.
Okay. Fig. So
Some breathing in the spores?
you might be experiencing an out of body experience.
I don't know, but this doesn't seem safe. I think we should leave. This seems really
Garrus covers
safe.
his mouth
scary.
with a piece of cloth and runs through all of the spores.
I join you.
Alright,
Past
we're
the
making the
Myconid,
decision.
and he just keeps going.
Oh, we're all going. Okay, let's
Cool.
go.
Let's go.
You're all going?
It is
What are you doing, Pig?
Sorry, I got impulsive.
Really bad for
No, I'm glad. Brothe is with you.
I was like, we've collected a lot of information, it's time to just
Right,
go.
I'm just going back and I'm like, guys, we should go. We should not be here.
And Garrus just hears that as, we should go? Let's go.
Yeah, literally, you're like, we should go. Done.
Okay,
Done.
I'm gonna turn to
Gusto.
thank you and say, what's coming?
The bad tree.
The bad tree.
The bad tree? Trees can't walk, silly.
Well, neither could mushrooms until 10 minutes ago.
That's true.
Am I going left or right?
They've all run.
Okay, come on, Gusto, let's go.
Garrus, left or right?
No,
Left.
let's wait for
Left.
me. Is anyone got like a light on or anything?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
I'm,
I'm gonna
probably
follow
just in front of
torches.
you. And
Okay, I'm gonna follow
blind.
you.
I'll control
I've got
flames
kids
to
too.
make one of your torches brighter.
Alright, I'm following
I'm just gonna
Kit
give you
with
the torch.
Gusto
I've got
behind me.
my own lantern.
Amazing. So you guys are running.
Yeah.
Are you still doing the left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm
That
just
was the first
following.
left,
So
you
that
got
was the
left.
first left, then the second left, then right.
Um, As you begin to follow this, you do see more of these myconids. You see more of the spores emitting from these dead. As you pass through, are you letting yourself take in the spores still? Or are you covering yourself again?
I'm gonna take more spores.
Actually, no, you've already breathed them in.
Sorry, what was that?
So
I'm
you...
gonna take more spores.
Okay, well, you take more spores anyway. But as you
They'll send it back.
As you run past these clouds of spores emitting from these dead myconids, you hear more of the same sort of run, help, they've come for us, sort of thing. You also do see various Vegapygmy. Some that don't. You see one that is sort of another one of these bestial looking ones. We also see probably no bigger than Nimothy or Kit. these like little lithe humanoid ones, these tall heads and their mouths just aghast and dead. They are not emitting any spores.
Oh, okay.
It is just the myconids that are sort of emitting these clouds, but they're also seemingly killed. Some of them have bits cut out of them, like cut off of them, like some cut off limbs. There are bits of like necrosis around some of them as well.
Oh god, okay.
And
Keep running, keep running, keep
as
going,
you're
keep
running,
going.
you're seeing that a little bit more until you take one left, and you see less down that way. Whereas if you go to the right, you see more. Which way do you want to go?
Suddenly see more.
Which way? Which way?
Right.
Fine.
Follow the bad stuff. Follow the bad. Just make sure you're writing it down.
I'm gonna
I
need
do
an
nice
animal handling
thing
check
very
for whoever's running with Gusto, because Gusto's surrounded by all of his dead friends.
Oh, Gusto.
Let him go. Let him go.
Just let him go.
So 9 plus 4.
Jump into action.
13.
Traditionally.
Traditionally 13.
What's his wisdom? He does sort of like pull against you a couple times, not really wanting to go, but you do manage to just barely convince him to keep running with you. As you head deeper and deeper into the sewers. Hold on one moment.
This is not a great place to be back.
So you're at the front?
Yes, I am.
I'm straight behind Garrus.
I'll be after that.
As you turn another corner, it's like every sort of sewer corridor you turn down, there's like 2 to 3 of these dead fungal creatures. And there's occasionally more and more bits of like fungus growing on the walls. No more of the violet fungus. Occasionally you do see some, but you make sure to avoid it. However, as you turn one corner, the torch in hand, you see this mushroom a little bigger than the violet fungus, different colours of this red stalk that is sort of thicker at the base and has more of like a traditional mushroom head. But, sorry trypophobia people, there are holes in the top of it. And as you turn with the light, you watch as it seems to exhale a bunch of air and lets out an enormous shriek, which I'm not going to do for our listeners at home. There's a picture, an ear-shattering screech, which you recognize, and immediately as it echoes through all the chambers, like you manage to see it stop exhaling air, but the sound continues to bounce around.
Is the shriek coming out of the holes?
Yes, it exhales the air, letting out a shriek that's probably heard for hundreds of feet, if not more, for the sewer system itself reverberating that echo.
I know that it is literally just a giant mushroom that is screaming, but can I, does Garrus get the vibe that it is like all of the other sort of plant-based creatures at the moment? Is it in peril? Like, is it trying to get away from something else? Or is it what things are trying to get away from?
Give me an insight or nature check.
Oh, actually no.
Probably an insight. 11 plus 7 is 18.
It looks as if it reacted to the light. It also looks as if, like, as it hasn't moved, It's actually sorry. It's going to continue to shriek. It doesn't stop. It's still shrieking.
Okay.
But it appears to, from your insight, as it's still letting out that echo, it seems to have reacted to either your presence or the light itself.
Is this loud enough that it stops us from doing stuff?
You guys can still do stuff. It's just there is this constant shriek.
Right.
Garrus is going to throw the torch at the creature. I think.
Are you trying to damage it or just throwing it at it?
I think I'm trying to set fire to it.
Cool. Roll
Cool.
to hit.
I'll do you one better. I'm just gonna shove the fire part of the torch.
What
into
is the
hole.
roll to hit with a throwing?
It'll
a
just use your
torch?
strength.
Okay.
Brothe's then gonna come up and
16.
Yep, that hits. Roll me 1d4,
3.
3, and roll me another d4.
3.
Amazing.
Brothe's just gonna shove the fire part down the hole.
Cool. Roll me a attack to hit.
Attack the hit.
Yeah.
20. Natural 20.
How do you want to do this?
Critical. Pick it up.
Oh my
Roast it.
god.
An even bigger torch.
The mushroom itself is like embedded into the stonework.
Oh, right.
It
also
can't
massive.
move.
Oh, it's like massive? Oh,
Well,
sorry.
no.
Bigger than the purple one was.
Well, no. It's slightly bigger.
Either way.
Like it's a lot thicker.
I'm just gonna let
than
the
that one.
torch light it on fire.
Yeah, and
Nothing more than that.
it does burn on the inside. And at that point, the shrieking does seem to stop.
I felt bad.
Should I feel like a terrible person for doing that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
uh,
Did it scream out?
That was really
No,
loud.
I have a family.
I don't know. What did it scream?
It didn't scream out
It
anything.
didn't scream out anything.
Well, I mean, it
Okay,
screamed,
probably okay.
obviously,
But
but
it did scream.
But yeah, this didn't give you any information.
I think this
Oh,
all this
fungi
toes the
parasites
line of
anyway.
morality and whether or not it's alive.
I'm gonna feel really bad if that was just running away from something.
it was in
it
the
didn't
ground.
look like it was running anywhere.
Okay.
Actually, Dan, speaking of information, when Fig was running through, she didn't purposely cover herself to try and get more spores.
Yeah.
Is that altered her at all, or is it still the same?
Oh,
It
no.
It's
You've
still
grown
pretty
a
much
fifth
the same.
eye?
Whenever you walk through the spores,
A fifth eye. Already.
when you walk through the spores, you basically give me an insight check.
Because we're inside the sewers.
7. I rolled a 3.
Woo!
I think you've been focused on keeping up with everyone,
Yeah.
but it's pretty much the same stuff over and over again
Lovely.
of just these panicked thoughts.
Yep.
So the mushrooms there. What else is in this? It's just a corridor.
Most of it's been the same. There's just been gradually more and more fungus stuff.
I'm getting
Um,
closer.
All right, Brothe is gonna now be at the front.
Yeah.
He's gonna like do a slow jog.
Yep, you do so. You then get to the point where Gusto is starting to pull to sort of run up the front. That sort of fear is giving way a little bit,
Okay.
and sort of running with you with whoever's holding onto his leash at this point.
Does anyone
Keep
want to
going,
take
keep
over?
going.
Yeah, I got it.
And actually goes to lead you where you're meant to turn left. Goes to lead you straight ahead.
Brothe is. Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Yeah.
And then seems to also almost be like sniffing at the air. That's what it sort of looks like. You either and then they you see this crack in the sewer wall where you see them go towards and attempt to squeeze into and are sort of like pulling themselves through.
Just holding him there. He wants to go this way.
Yeah, but is he trying to get away from what we're trying to find?
He's starting to look like he's getting braver, so
Okay, well, through we go.
Let's go.
Amazing.
Can we fit through it?
It is quite tight. It will sort of be whoever wants to go first. It'll basically be an acrobatics check to squeeze through. The two small folk get advantage because it's a lot easier for you to squeeze through.
Yeah, I'll go.
Cool. Have you just let Gusto go through on his own?
Yep.
Take the leash.
Goose go.
Cool. Let the leash go, and Gusto squeezes through. You do see what looks like some light coming through there.
Okay.
There's something in there.
Lit.
Let's go.
12.
22.
Well, you do have to wait a little bit.
Can I do athletics instead?
Not quite. You do have to wait for Nim to sort of
I'm pretty stocky.
squeeze through a little bit.
You gotta push me from behind.
It looks to go about like 10-15 feet in. Is anyone else following? You're gonna wait for the two of them to go through.
Yeah, no, I'll
first.
go through. I'll go through.
I'm gonna wait till everyone's
Am I still rolling acrobatics?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was looking at your stats like it was gonna tell me.
want
Oh, roll.
stats anyway.
Nice.
22.
22. You're quite light. Your horns.
22.
You're able to. It's like convenient the way the crack, because like it sort of goes wider a little bit at the top. You're able to sort of
Right,
like
yeah.
squeeze your horns through so they're not getting caught in anything.
Sorry, audio listeners.
Thanks, baby.
Let me get my.
I got a 16.
16. Amazing. Just waiting on Fig.
Sorry, I want to get my black one. I have a good feeling
But for
about
no
it.
reason.
Actually, no, I'll roll my gold one.
No, saving it actually. We didn't make that school.
Should I go with the black one?
4. Well, I couldn't find it in time. I didn't want to hold everyone up. 4 plus 3.
Alright, so Nim gets through, struggles a little bit. Kit and Garrus get through expertly, and both you're watching as Fig is sort of struggling to get through a little bit.
You got this, Fig.
And you sort of have to give a little bit of a
Push me through!
Ah,
Push me through!
I kick.
Oh!
Just has that skinty
Ow!
posture.
Sorry, Fig. You're smaller than me. I don't know why you were struggling. And then I go.
Am I smaller than you?
Yeah.
Amazing.
How tall are you?
5'6".
When you come through on the
He's
other
also
side,
in full armor.
Yeah.
And I've got a backpack, like, yeah.
you see yourselves in this
Oh yeah, I'm 5'.
small cavern. How big is this room right now?
I don't know. You tell me.
You tell us.
I don't know, probably like a 20-foot sort of irregularly shaped cavern.
Cabins.
Back in our element.
Cabins.
There's a bunch of fungus growing on the walls. Some are emitting a sort of like glowing sort of bluish light.
Ooh.
The ground itself is sort of soft, covered in this sort of moss. And you see a number of myconids, some smaller. There is one at the back that is quite large. And you also see probably about half a dozen of those smaller humanoid vegapigmy. You can see some of them are sort of patting down Gusto, giving him lots of pat, seemingly unaffected by the thorns. And when Nimothy, you first get through, followed pretty close behind by Kit, they all sort of turn to you and go. Some of the vegapigmy go to grab these like little sticks, like these pointy rocks at the end, like little makeshift spears.
No, we come in peace.
The other myconids sort of stand and get a bit, sort of stand quite tall in sort of an intimidating manner.
Whoa.
Sorry, we don't mean to cause any harm. We don't want to hurt you.
We wanted to return Gusto.
Gusto.
You watch as the larger one that's sort of sitting at the back with this massive sort of like fungal crown emitting almost from his shoulders that like connects to the head. Sort of breathes in almost and lets out a of spores your direction.
Ooh. I inhale it.
You inhale it and you hear,
Let us speak.
Did you inhale it?
Yeah, now that we're here now, I'm like, okay.
Garrus, this is happening just as you squeeze through.
Yeah. I think Garrus, as soon as he, like, falls out into this cavern, kind of, like, falls to his knees and just is kind of, like, frozen and disassociating, and you don't really know what the hell is wrong with him, but something is wrong.
And do you breathe it in?
Yeah.
And with that, you suddenly begin to hear telepathically the voices of some of these mushroom people within the space. Goes,
Please, we have suffered too much. Do not cause trouble.
and this is when you come through. You're hearing this as Brothe has sort of kicked you forward, and it sort of eases up at the end, and you're able to squeeze through. You sort of already having taken in these rapport spores. You're able to hear the sovereign.
Yeah.
And then both you're coming through in like 10 seconds, just behind Fig.
Can Fig run over to Gusto and release him from the rope leash?
The Vegapigmies with their little spears sort of go to sort of like guard you from going near him, but Gusto sort of pushes himself forward and allows you to. Were you taking the?
Yeah, I'm taking the rope off and putting it back in my bag.
Cool.
And giving him a scratch.
And the Vegapigme just seemed very confused about that interaction.
Why are your fellow tree beings out in the sewer?
They were running. We are running.
From what?
From the evil tree.
Where is that?
Evil tree.
Evil tree.
It is far away, but it came for us. For them as well. It's not think the Vegapigme are suitable. It tried to destroy them. We provide help, knowing its attitude towards our kind. But it found us even here.
Wow.
You said bad tree?
Evil tree.
Evil tree? Spiky tree?
Spiky tree?
It has... It takes many forms.
You said it was far away? You can move?
It can.
Far away where?
It far away north of here. It has roots everywhere.
Are there roots here?
You flesh folk above have been falling ill. We heard rumor that they were going to look down here. It is not us, but we knew you would also be our enemy, so we run. But we dug towards one of its roots, and it found us.
Where's the root now? Like, can we go to it now?
We will not go to it. It took most of our colony.
Okay, better question. Which direction is the route?
Sort of gestures back towards the crack in the wall, and then sort of you watch some like fungal tendrils come out and sort of draw like a map in the air, if you would, of like directions.
Someone write that down.
I'm writing it down.
Thanks.
We are hiding here, but we do not know if it is safe.
Well, we can go make it safe. Right, guys?
We can burn a root.
If it's making people up there sick, then you gotta take care of it, right?
Yes, that sounds right.
How is it making the people up there sick?
We don't know what is making them sick.
Have you heard of others who have gotten sick?
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh my god, guys. We're from the up there. We're in the down there. Wow.
Persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Per.
11.
We were looking after someone who was sick.
Who?
They are kind to us.
Well, that's good.
They needed help. We are helping them.
So you're still helping them?
Inside.
Shit. Oh, shit, that's my worst thing ever.
Doesn't
No.
respond to you, and it's like they have a face,
There's
but again, they're not speaking.
Yeah.
So it's hard to read what it is through just the telepathic communication.
Yeah.
Is there any water in here? In the room?
It's damp.
Okay. I'm gonna use shape water to cast some of the droplets upwards in front of the myconoid and say, "Were they made of this?"
Sort of look at it and go,
Who are you?
One of them.
Give me a persuasion check at advantage. They've got a...
Do it.
Come on.
That's poop.
10.
like,
This
Like-
sucks, but
We made a promise to keep them safe.
I'm trying to find them to help keep them safe. They might know something about the people that I'm trying to keep safe too.
Alright, what if we deal with the root and then we can see the person that you're keeping safe? Deal?
I
Yeah. We help you, you help us.
accept.
Yes! Yes!
They will also need to accept. We will ask them while you're away if you people can deal
Yeah.
with with the bad tree.
With the bad tree, we got this. Let's go. Wow.
We will owe you a debt.
Yes.
Why do you help us?
Because we're good people.
Mm-hmm.
If you have gold, that helps too, but like that's not necessary.
I think more
We
importantly,
don't eat gold.
I think more importantly, if our people are getting sick, we don't want you sick, and we don't want to be sick. So really, it's just helping everyone.
Have you ever been out there?
We came from out there
Me too.
long ago.
I didn't come that long ago.
We found a refuge in these caverns.
Why did you come from out there?
The bad tree.
It chased you down here.
It chased us away.
Could I?
Sorry.
Is that some? Do I recall anything about the bad tree from being out there as well?
Spiky.
He's spiky boy.
I don't even know what check to make for this.
History?
Yeah,
History, yeah.
yeah, give me history, I
don't have good
guess.
history, but... Or nature? 9.
No. I mean, you know of trees that are dangerous.
Yeah.
Like some trees are poisonous and whatever.
So this bad tree, does it talk? Does it communicate? Does it? Can you sit down and chat with it, even though it's bad?
It attacks us.
On sight?
Do you know its weakness?
We run away.
Is it fast? Quick. Like this. Right, like jumping up and down, moving side to side. Quick.
It is quicker than us.
No, I have a feeling that the tree doesn't physically move, but like the roots extend out.
It's the roots. Okay. So let's
That's what
deal.
followed you here, right?
Let's-
The roots followed you here.
The roots are everywhere.
Let's deal with the root. Let's deal with the roots.
All right, let's see.
Where is the closest route? Do you know?
Yes,
Yeah,
they
we
He
got
still has the
Oh,
sort
sorry.
of map,
have a map.
up that he has
Good.
formed.
Amazing.
Ooh. Okay. Let's go. I might have a plan.
Okay.
Okay.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Farewell.
All right, Garrett.
Good luck.
Oh, Garrus, are you okay?
What?
What happened?
Spores get you good, huh?
Are you alright?
Do you need some water?
Yeah, please.
I don't have water on me.
I give you the water droplets and form them into
Sewer
a.
water.
I purify
Thing.
food and drink.
There you go.
What happened?
I don't know. This place just. I feel like I'm remembering something. The first time that I met Retta was in
Yeah.
a place like this, and it was
In
it
the
was
sewers?
dark, and no, not the sewers, like a cavern.
Oh, okay.
And there was something on the wall, and it was glowing, and I think I just I don't know, got
Brothe
overwhelmed.
Brothe
lost-
comes in for a hug. You okay?
Oh.
You okay? Just breathe.
Group hug.
Go home.
Deep breath.
Let's get out of here.
Breath's gonna go.
We're gonna.
Burn a
We
root.
might need to go burn the root. We
Let's
need to
go
burn.
burn the roof.
Breath's gonna go back out
Mhm.
from the crack, and once we're all out, I'm going to. Fig, you've got the drawing of the map.
Yeah,
Can I hold it for a sec?
sure.
Cool. Of the new directions of where we need to go.
Mm-hmm.
Brothe, you're gonna see his tattoo light up.
Mm.
He's gonna hold a finger out in the air, and he's gonna cast a circle, and another circle, and one more, to kind of make like a pyramid. And he's it's like a golden light that circles round, and from there, little portals open up, and 3 cockatoos fly out of them as I cast Flock of Familiars.
Sick.
That's freaking cool.
And these little cockatoos, they're the sulfur, like yellow crested cockatoos, and they've got little golden eyes like me as they light a little bit with divine magic. I'm gonna get 2 of them sitting on my shoulder and 1 on my head. Okay, so my plan is that I'm gonna send these fellas out to go and scout the area first.
Love that.
Nice.
Good idea.
I'm gonna give 1 a lantern to hold to stay with us, and the other 2 are gonna go off and as I show them the
Yeah.
and off they go.
Gone, friends.
Goodbye.
And off they go.
And one's
that
gonna
way.
stay with us with the lantern. And we're gonna now follow the map path.
Cool. And they're flying off ahead?
Yep.
Cool. So you're not waiting for them to scout and then come back?
We're gonna like start walking, but they're gonna like
Cool.
go ahead and then
us a
come back
heads
to us.
up.
Yeah.
Alright.
Can Fig say goodbye to Gusto? Bye, buddy.
So
Be
like
good.
laps at you with his mossy tongue.
Oh,
Gross.
thanks, bud.
It's sort of a bit like a cat's tongue in that it is a little bit rough.
It's got
Yeah.
the
Ugh.
Got little prongs.
Yeah.
Be good, okay? We'll see you soon.
Okay, so this way.
So freaky here.
And with that, as you guys head off deeper into the sewer towards this evil, bad, whatever tree, that's where we'll pick up next time.
Whoa!
Tree hunting.
Evil bad tree.
We're going tree hunting.
We're going